stars in Major League Baseball, Reds right fielder Paul O'Neill. Now, this is just his 4th full year in the big leagues, but in just a second, baseball people thought he'd be something special. Remember this play back in '89 on what should have been the winning single? First, O'Neill will boot it, then he'll kick it, because he thought he'd lost the game for his club, but it went right to the cutoff man, and O'Neill has been entertaining ever since.
Paul's been doing a good job for us. As long as he continues to hit, we'll play him every day.
Long drive, deep right field. This ball is out of here. A 3-run home run. Breaking ball grounded up the middle for a hit.
O'Neill already has 13 dingers this season, just 3 shy of his career high. So why the dramatic increase, Paul?
I haven't played as much as I had this year. The last couple of years I've been a platoon player. The year before I had 13 or 14 home runs at the All-Star break, and I ended up breaking my thumb, and I was out for 6 weeks. So to say that really doesn't mean anything because I haven't had the at-bats that I'm getting this year.
With some more bats under his belt, he started to swing the ball a little better. I think hitting is the same as in pitching, confidence. You know, when you're on a roll, you hit the ball well. When you're hitting the long ball, you hit the long ball well.
I've got confidence in Paul. I thought that, truthfully, his numbers should be better than they were the past couple of years. He's at a much better pace, but it's up to him to keep it going. And certainly, I'm showing my confidence in him by putting him in there every day. And he's been paying his back because he's been producing.
Paul's come up in some situations with some guys on base, and they've had to pitch to him. You know, they haven't had a whole lot of choice. You got bases loaded and Paul's up. You got to pitch to him. You can't pitch around him. And so he's gotten some pitches to hit, and he's taking advantage of the pitches he has.
Baseball players make it sound so simple, don't they? O'Neill's been hitting in the neighborhood of 260, 275 throughout his career, but take a look at this graphic and you'll see 1991, his run production the best yet. Just a third of the way into the season, whether he's getting more at-bats or not. He's already just 3 behind of his career high of 16 homers, and he could be on pace to record his first 100 RBI season. Well, just about a year ago, his teammate right here in Philadelphia, the Reds turned bullpen nasty boy Norm Charlton into a starter. But he's still carrying around the same attitude he had, hanging around the likes of Rob Dibble and Randy Myers.
When I'm in the starting rotation, I rear back and throw, and I go as long as I can, as hard as I can. When I'm done, I hand the ball to those guys. I know they come out here and they work hard every day, and they've got a job to do, and we've got a good bullpen. So if I can go 4 innings, or I can go 5 innings, or I can go 8 innings, when I'm done, they're going to get the ball. I'm 3-5 right now. We scored 6 runs in my last start. My previous 9, we had scored 16 runs. It's hard to win ball games without runs. I gave up some runs, and I've had a couple no decisions. My win-loss record could be better, could be worse.
Pat Combs and the Phillies hope to make it a little worse this afternoon. Coming up with Whitey Ashburn and Joe Nuxhall as our co-pilots, our Phillies preview time machine, getting set to blast into the past. Sound like a top 40 jock, doesn't it? But first, a look at the pitching leaders from 1957. What a great year for Hall of Famer Warren Spahn of the Milwaukee Braves.
If you desire luxury, it can be yours for only $229 a month in this Dodge Dynasty. Luxury like air conditioning, AM/FM stereo, power locks, speed control, tilt wheel, for no money down and just $229 a month. Dodge Dynasty. Seat 6 with the ride and comfort you expect from a luxury car. Only $229 a month, and only at your participating Dodge dealer.
There was magic in that ballpark. We both felt it. Dad handed me his Minolta Maxim 5009.
Clark digs in. Bulldog into his windup.
No snapshot camera is this special because Maxim has it all. Telephoto zoom for detail. Ultra-fast autofocus.
Lucky shot, rookie.
Even built-in flash.
Wow.
Experience the magic of Maxim. Only from the mind of Minolta.
It took AT&T to design a superior cordless phone. It took your AT&T phone center to design a superior cordless phone sale, with savings on many of our most advanced products. And your AT&T phone center lets you choose from the widest selection of AT&T products anywhere. Plus, you'll get expert advice from people who know. We'll even help you try out any product right in the store. The best way to get the right cordless is to get it at the right place. So come to your AT&T phone center sale now.
From Musselman Jewelers, the Seiko watch with the winning combination of quartz accuracy and unique styling. Seiko jewelry and the brilliant choice in diamonds at Musselman Jewelers.
Welcome back to Nostalgia Day here on Phillies Preview, and more importantly, down at Veterans Stadium as well. For me, the beginnings of my baseball awareness are set back in the time we're reflecting on. Whitey Ashburn, Richie then, and lefty Joe Nuxhall. A pitcher with the Reds were two of the prominent players of that era. So when Bill Perry spoke with him, he logically asked both to compare baseball then and now.
Well, I think baseball is baseball, really. When you analyze it, the same goals prevail on the field. You have to get runs to win. You have to get people out to win. But some of the other parts of the game certainly have changed. We all realize the money has changed drastically. The travel has changed drastically. The equipment has changed drastically. Back in our day, when the gloves, a lot of them just barely fit the hand, and that was it. So it's changed in that regard, but still the goals of the game are the same. You only win by getting more runs than the other team.
The players are certainly as good and maybe better. They're certainly bigger. I think they're bigger in size. And I think the players are as good, but I think there are a lot of players playing in the leagues today, both leagues, that wouldn't be in the major leagues in, and I suppose that's because of the expansion.
Last year we saw a brawl when the Reds played the Phillies, and we see a lot of brawls. Do we really see more of them now than we did then, or do we just perceive that to be so because we see them all on the highlight reel every night?
Well, I can recall back in our days of Richie Allen. You threw at him, he just ducked under it and got up and dug in about another inch. Frank Robinson. Those guys, you did that to them. Eddie Matthews, you did that to them. All you did is excited them. They became more determined to knock your head off if they could, as opposed to nowadays, the first reaction is, hey, I'm going to go out and get that rascal.
Running. You led the league with 32 steals and 48, but you only ran when you had to. Today it's a little different.
Well, I will say this about those 32 steals. Every one of them was important. The best base runner I ever saw was Jackie Robinson, and he used to lead the league with 30-some steals. And I guarantee you, every one he stole was very important.
All right, so if he was playing today and he had the Vince Coleman green light, how many would he steal?
I think Jackie could have stolen 100. I think I could have stolen 100. I mean, I got on base and I could run. But you didn't steal then if you had a 3-run lead or you were behind 3 runs, whatever.
Why?
And if you did, you paid for it. You either paid for it by a pitcher nailing you or an infielder. I mean, you might be sliding into second base to break up a double play, and they throw the ball, and they want to hit you right between the eyes with it. So that's the way the game was then. I'm not sure that's right. You know, home run hitters don't stop trying to hit home runs with a 6-run lead. So why shouldn't a base runner? And the guys who really changed that was Maury Wills. He started it, and then Lou Brock came along. And, you know, they started running at will. And I think there are a lot of stolen bases that have absolutely nothing to do with the outcome of the game.
Rich, what about the travel aspect? You used to spend a lot more time with your teammates because you were on a train as opposed to on a plane now. Does that have any effect?
Yeah, I think it has an effect on the team staying together more. When I first came into major leagues, we traveled by train all the time. Well, the manager had his ball club with him, period. They were eating together. They were all sleeping in the same area. They were all together. And I think that is definitely an advantage in terms of 24, 25 guys on a team working together and living together and getting along together.
If there was one thing, only one thing, you can bring back from the 50s into today's game, what would it be?
The thing that really upsets me is the long-term contracts where the individual doesn't have to perform up to what got him to where he was. When back in our days, if you didn't have a good year this year, you paid for it next year. It doesn't happen now, and that's the only real hard feelings I have about this thing, that there's too many guys on the gravy train, I guess is the best way to put it.
I'd bring back grass and dirt for everybody.
I'll second that, Whitey. And more than that, I'll tell you, we're just a few minutes away from Phillies baseball, but as we head to our final break, 57 was a great year for a whole tribe of Braves. One of them, Hammerin' Hank. Henry Aaron was the heaviest hitter in the league that year.
It wakes up sleepy purples and helps canary yellows to fly. It gives the blues a wonderful bump and even helps the roses to look rosier. It's Fuji color, and it's the reason why more people are looking into Fuji films every day. Fuji, a new way of seeing things.
Mercedes, BMW, Lexus. Expensive cars with a life-saving luxury, an airbag. Fortunately, there's also the Isuzu Stylist, the only import under $10,000 with a driver's side airbag standard, so you too can enjoy a lower cost of living. The Isuzu Stylist, there's no comparison.
Now the Stylist could also save you money, up to $2,000 during Isuzu's big deal.
This is Maaco's Ambassador Paint Service, just $149. We professionally prepare your car, chemically clean it, surface sand it, and give it a high-grade oven-baked enamel finish. The best value for your money. If you want high quality for this kind of price, you better get Maaco.
Welcome back to Phillies Preview. And welcome back Mark Guppersa. The right-hander from Roxborough started the season on a disabled list, but is back in the Kansas City Royals rotation now. Drafted by the Royals in 1981, the year after the Phils beat him in the World Series. Now, Guppersa was a big Phillies fan, so being drafted by the Royals was hard for him to swallow.
No, it was kind of weird because the year before, the Phillies beat the Royals in the World Series, and, you know, as everyone else in Philly, I was kind of I didn't like the Royals, you know, because they were playing the Phillies in the World Series, and all of a sudden the next year, here I am getting drafted by the Royals. But I was happy to do that because I knew they were always a team that was contending for the title.
Have you maintained a lot of strong ties to the Philadelphia area?
Yeah, I go back there every winter. I don't live there during the off-season now anymore, but, you know, I still, you know, I'm a big rooter of all the teams. I get in quite a few arguments rooting for the Eagles, Sixers, Flyers, and even, you know, I've still got some, you know, pretty good rooting ability for the Phillies.
Tonight on Sports Sunday, join us for more of Bill Purry's conversation with Mark Guppersa. That's 10:30 right here on Fox 29. So you think you've seen it all in baseball, huh? Well, after you see this next story, maybe you can make that claim. Bowman Field, Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Jamie Harris was supposed to get married in February, but just couldn't wait. So here she is about to be escorted down the aisle by the Bills pitching coach. And husband-to-be, pitcher David Summer, employs manager Clint Hurdle as his best man. Vows to go the distance in this marriage, which is something he hasn't often done for the Bills this year. The rings make it official, so you may kiss the bride now, David, and consummate the ceremony anyway with that traditional stroll through the archway of Adirondacks and Louisville Sluggers. Ah, isn't love beautiful? And beautiful is a good way to characterize the season the Council Rock Indians girls softball team just concluded. 28-0, Pennsylvania State High School champions. Congratulations to head coach Jim Applegate, pitcher Kelly Daught, who struck out 15 in the title game, and the rest of the Rocks roster, especially my niece and sophomore starter at shortstop, Alyssa Churkin. Little nepotism crept in there, huh? But that's it for Phillies Preview right now. Harry, Whitey, and Andy are getting set to bring you today's ball game. I'm Carl Churkin. See you tonight on Sports Sunday. It's the Phillies and the Reds on the Phillies Television Network.
Hey, want to know something?
What?
You know that something does beat a Bud?
What beats Bud?
Name it. 58% of Bud drinkers prefer Coors Extra Gold in an independent taste test.
Astonishing.
By golly.
If it's a fact, I believe it.
Here's Budweiser, and this is Coors Extra Gold.
You're kidding.
No kidding.
Big difference there.
Coors Extra Gold, slow brewed for that real beer flavor and real beer color, the way beer was meant to be. So what do you think?
Extra Gold all the way.
Coors Extra Gold, no doubt about it, beer is back.
Looks more like a beer.
You're not just looking at a beer, far more. The ultimate refinement of the brewmeister's art. The finest grains, the choicest hops.
Coors Light, the official beer of the 90s, is the fastest-growing premium light beer in America. It keeps growing and growing and growing.
The only company in the air express business with 2 next-day delivery options is Federal Express. 10:30 a.m. if your package has to arrive early, or if it can get there just a little later in the day. We've got a brand new afternoon service that will deliver almost anything up to 150 pounds by 3 o'clock. At a price that's tough to beat. Same great service, now twice a day. Federal Express, absolutely, positively the best in the business. Twice a day.
WTXF, Fox 29 in Philadelphia.
From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, it's time for baseball with the Phillies and the Reds at Veterans Stadium.
Ball hit well, might be.
Today's game with the Phillies and the Reds is brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers with that clean, crisp, cold taste. Nothing beats a Bud. By the Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. No other book can match it. Bell of Pennsylvania, a Bell Atlantic company. By Ford. Bank on your Quality Plus Ford dealer for great savings during Leadership Month. By Mobile. Drive your engine clean with Mobile Super Unleaded Plus. And by your Olds Connection dealers. Feel the quality, comfort, and excitement of driving a great-looking new generation Oldsmobile. Hi, everybody from Veterans Stadium. Welcome to Phillies baseball, and welcome to Nostalgia Day here at Veterans Stadium as we turn the clock back to 1957 with the uniforms and everybody dressed in 50s regalia here today. And let's look at the standings in 1957 in the National League, where Milwaukee is leading the league, but it's tough. It's a tight race. Cincinnati third and the Phillies fourth. Harry Callis with Rich Ashburn and Andy Musser. And Whitey, last night, Frank Robinson got knocked down by a pitch, and he got back up and hit a home run in his sophomore year. He tied a rookie record for homers last year. You think he'll get brushed back again today?
I would say absolutely not. Manager Gene Mauch ordered his pitchers. In fact, he has a rule now. If you brush him back or hit him, you're going to get fined, because every time we do something like that, he gets up and hits the ball out of the ballpark.
One of the key offensive weapons for the Phils, Andy, Rich Ashburn, has been in a little bit of a slump lately. Do you think he'll come out of it?
Well, Byram, I'll tell you, I think at the plate he's been overthinking quite a bit lately. And I know he's been taking extra batting practice. In fact, I watched him for a while this morning, but he was fouling most of them off. But still, I think he'll go out there and get a couple of hits and probably steal a couple of bases, too.
Against that tough Joe Nuxhall, I'm not sure. But at any rate, the Phillies will play the Reds. We turn the clock back to 57. That's the style of uniforms they'll wear. Pat Combs against Norm Charlton. We'll have the starting lineups right after these messages.
Taking you back to 1957.
This
4th of July. Find a Bud Man inside packages of Budweiser, Bud Light, and Bud Dry Draft.
Man, are we going to spend the 4th box up in here? No!
You could win one of thousands of prizes.
What kind of prizes you guys got?
I got a Jeep.
All right. Hey, I got a towel.
Ow.
Okay, I got a plan. Toss the towel in the Jeep and pick me up. Uh-oh. Hey, she got the Jeep! Okay, plan B. We raid the snack aisle. Nothing beats a Bud Man!
Need a plumber? You'll find more ads in the New Jersey Bell Yellow Pages. But what good is a book full of plumbers when you just need one? Who works at night? Who takes credit cards? Who can come right now? Odds are you'll find the best choice in the book that gives you the most choice. The genuine New Jersey Bell Yellow Pages. No other book can match it. The Bell Atlantic Company. Say you needed a room for the night where they take credit cards.
It's one of the most technologically advanced, most rigorously tested fluids on Earth, relentlessly measured for maximum protection against the friction, the wear and tear, the heat and stress of today's engine. It is today's Quaker State. In Europe, in Japan, in America, Quaker State quality has passed the most demanding tests automakers can throw at it. At Quaker State, we don't just say we're tough, we're tested tough. The big Q is one tough motor oil.
I want to ask you about something.
Okay. Okay.
I'm crazy about you.
Well, I'm crazy about you, too. That's it?
Oh.
What? What? Come on, what?
This is your backyard. This is your car. These are your neighbors. If this is appealing, then this is your drink. Coke floats at McDonald's made with delicious low-fat frozen yogurt. Buy a Coke float and this is your glass to keep. So this is the deal. This is the place. This is the end.
Don't forget the McDonald's service guarantee. You'll get hot food and a warm smile, or the next time you come in, the fries are on us. You're going to love the change at McDonald's.
An awesome rendition of our national anthem this afternoon on Nostalgia Day by the Unity of Lancaster Group. Lancaster, Pennsylvania Day, and they did a great job. Well, here are the starting lineups for this afternoon's game for the visiting Cincinnati Redlegs. Billy Hatcher, the center fielder, will lead off. Mariano Duncan at second base bats second. Barry Larkin, the shortstop, hitting third. Chris Sabo, third baseman, bats fourth. Glenn Braggs in right field, hitting fifth. Chris Jones, left fielder, bats sixth. Todd Benzinger at first base, hitting seventh. Joe Oliver will catch and bat eighth, and batting ninth and pitching, Norm Charlton. Charlton has won 3, lost 5. His earned run mark is 3.92. For the Phils, managed by Jim Fregosi, Sil Campusano will lead off, center fielder. Wally Backman, second baseman, bats second. Ricky Jordan, first baseman, hitting third. Wes Chamberlain, left fielder, bats fourth. Jim Lindeman, right fielder, will hit fifth. Dick Ethon at shortstop, bats sixth. Charlie Hayes, third baseman, hitting seventh. Steve Lake will catch and bat eighth, and batting ninth and pitching, Pat Combs. Combs has won 2 and lost 5. He has exactly the same ERA as his pitching opponent, 3.92. The umpires this afternoon, local product from Collegeville, Pennsylvania, Bill Hahn will work the plate. Terry Tate at first base, Jerry Crawford, another local product, at second. And Steve Ripley will umpire at third. Phil's trying to salvage one, and this the final game of the series with the Reds, donning the uniforms of 1957.
They look pretty good, too. They don't have names on the back. Of course, they didn't start names till later, but That's a better looking uniform actually than the one we wore, Harry. There you see Granny Hamner on the right. Ray Simprock, a pitcher, I believe, that went to the All-Star game that year. I think he won 10 or 11 games in the first half of the season. Didn't win many after that. And of course, the big catcher Stan Lopato on the left. Those were the uniforms, but they were baggier. These are a better fit for these players.
Billy Hatcher will lead it off for Cincinnati, hitting at .242. Birthday wishes to Kitty Hurst today, celebrating her 80th. Holmes starts him with a breaking ball, very high for a ball, 1-0.
These Cincinnati uniforms, notice the sleeveless uniforms. That's a sweatshirt under that top.
1-1 strike to Hatcher.
The Pirates were the first team to introduce sleeveless uniforms in the major leagues.
Foul back, 1-2.
A clue, big Ted Kluszewski. Look at those arms. He didn't wear that sweatshirt under there. Powell Crosley, the former owner of the Cincinnati Reds. Clue was out of the University of Indiana. Great football player there.
Got him with a curveball, and Combs starts it with a strikeout. One down here in the first. It'll bring up Mariano Duncan. Pat is coming off a great outing. No decision at Houston. Pitched 9 shutout innings.
Great curveball there. Dropped a little low and inside.
That'll bring up Mariano Duncan. He's hitting at .205. Duncan coming off a good year, but with Bill Dorn around, he's kind of been lost in the shuffle. He hit .306 last year and led the league in triples. 1 strike to him.
Happy 53rd wedding anniversary to Dorothy and Walter Robertson in Mont Laurel, New Jersey. Also, Lorraine and Howard Thomas, sisters who were married on the same day way back there, 53 years ago.
0-2 to Mariano Duncan. David and Joan Plowder here today, bringing son Jonathan to see his first ball game. Tapped up the middle to Dickie Thon. Duncan's retired. That's 2 down.
I think they're playing better in those uniforms, Harry.
David Plout of NFL Films treating his son Jonathan to his very first game. And he's seen the Phillies in those 57 uniforms get the first 2 out. That'll bring up Barry Larkin. Larkin's had a good series. He's been tough against the Phillies all year. He's hitting .312, 7 homers, 2 of them coming against the Phils, 1 last night. 20 RBIs. Just missing with a breaking ball.
Might notice also that most of the players on both teams are wearing their pants legs high up there just below the knees. That was the old style also.
1 strike to Larkin.
Charlie Hayes.
Change up, 1-2. Combs, 24 years old, a first-round pick by the Phils in the June '88 draft. Lifetime 16-15. Lifetime he is 1-0 against Cincinnati, a .287 career ERA against the Reds. Breaking ball misses. 2-2. Each year the Phillies pick a father and fly him in, especially for Father's Day. Lost in the shuffle of nostalgia day. It's Father's Day.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day,
Yeah.
Whitey.
Thank you. You too, Harry.
And Lakers' dad was the father chosen to fly in from California. Darrell Lake.
I got a Father's Day present from Marie Gossick, the mother of Renee, who works here at the ballpark. Great bedroom slippers, which must have taken a lot of work. They're
Have number 1 on them. Baseballs with number 1 on them.
Right.
Full count to Barry Larkin. Larkin's called out on strikes. That's 2 strikeouts in the inning for Combs. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. He was just a twinkle in his dad's eye in 57 at the end of one half. It's Cincinnati nothing. The Phils coming to bat.
Right now, one of America's all-time favorite cars, the Cutlass Sierra, is an incredibly low $11,805 for first-time new car buyers financing with GMAC. Huge rebates totaling $2,900 make this amazing price worth repeating. Right now, one of America's all-time favorite cars, the Cutlass Sierra, is an incredibly low $11,805 for first-time new car buyers financing with GMAC. See your Olds Connection dealer today because this low price ends soon and will not be repeated.
$100 says your bank can't beat CoreFlex, the new account from Core State's First Pennsylvania Bank. CoreFlex, with no fee checking, free checks, no annual fee credit card, no fee Mac transactions, and take the CoreFlex Challenge, and you'll get over $100 in coupons good for food, fun, even travel. Because we're sure your bank can't beat all the benefits of our CoreFlex account from Core State's First Pennsylvania Bank.
When you've got a tough case of athlete's foot, the itching, the cracking, the burning, you want a medicine that acts tough. Tough-Actin Tenactin. Clinically proven Tenactin cures even the tough cases of athlete's foot fungus. Get Tough-Actin Tenactin.
When you can't wait forever on lunch, come to the new all-you-can-eat weekday brunch bar at Bob's Big Boy and dig right in.
Any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Phillies and WTXF-TV is prohibited. Norm Charlton doing the pitching for Cincinnati. The left-handers won 3, lost 5, a 3.92 ERA. He had 108 consecutive relief appearances before getting his first start last July 15th. But when Cincinnati suffered injury problems to their starting rotation, they plugged him in, and he had a good year. He went 12-9 last year with a 2.74 ERA. He's disabled for a while this year, coming off the disabled list. Pitched 6 innings of 5-hit, 1-run ball against Montreal to get a win. So Campusano, the first one to face him. 1-0 to Campusano. He was hitting .255 in 44 games at Scranton Wilkes-Barre. 0 for 3 last night. Tapped on the ground to Mariano Duncan. Campusano is retired. It'll bring up Wally Backman. Backman hitting .237, rarely gets a chance to hit right-handed. He's 1 for 12 right-handed, hitting .259 left-handed. '65th anniversary wishes today to Tom and Alice Robertson. And Mr. and Mrs. John Hart celebrating their anniversary here at the ballpark. They're 48th, Rosemont, Pennsylvania. 1 ball and no strikes to Wally Backman.
You know who the Phil's leading pitcher was in '57, who won 19 games?
How about Kurt Simmons?
That would be incorrect.
That's caught by Chris Jones in left center for out number 2.
Guy was Rookie of the Year
in '57.
About Jack Sanford.
Jack Sanford.
In 1957, Robin Roberts only won 10 games.
There are the '57 leading pitchers. Milwaukee had 2 of them, 3 of them. Spahn, Buell, and Burdett. 1 strike to Ricky Jordan.
Robin won 10 games, lost 22.
Wow.
57. Career was winding down a little bit in '57.
Lined into left field for a hit for Ricky Jordan. So Ricky a 2-out base runner, and that'll bring up Wes Chamberlain. In the Phillies Rookie League action last week, games were played in the District 4 League. They play at the Auberry Recreation Center at Ardley and Haynes Streets. Finley defeated Mount Airy behind a grand slam by Ricky Amos and 2 hits by Muhammad Mays. Chris Colazzo and Jamail Hargraves spearheaded the defense. Phillies Rookie League program sponsored by Core States and Aetna. One strike to Chamberlain. Chamberlain went 2 for 4 last night in his return to the Phils. Started the season with the Phils, hitting .333. In a Phillies uniform, 3 for 9. He was hitting .257 at Grand Wilkes-Barre. Down the left field line, but Jones is there, and that'll retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. After 1, it's a 0-0 game.
Here's to you, America, for being strong, for coming through. We send our best to you. Nothing beats our best, but why does nothing beat the bud? And we'll toast and cheer with the king of beer. Nothing beats the bud.
If you're trying to decide between an Isuzu Trooper with the most cargo space in its class and an Isuzu Rodeo with the most overall passenger space, take your time. After all, at these prices, you can afford to be choosy. Isuzu, there's no comparison.
Choose a Trooper now, and you could save up to $2,000 during Isuzu's big deal.
Off the field, I'm, real nice, shy. I could be naive and everything, but some guys are going after you hard, and you got to go after them hard. I think you have to be aggressive out there, or you won't succeed at this game, I don't think, especially at this level. You have to be aggressive.
It's the first of 4 popular business person specials, Wednesday, June 19th, 12:35, when the Phillies play the Braves. Midweek, midday, full fun baseball. And all fans receive a colorful player poster courtesy of Core States. For ticket information, call 463-1000.
Well, this coming Saturday night is camera night at Veterans Stadium. The Phils and the Astros take pictures of your favorite Phils from the AstroTurf. Gates open at 5:05. Fans can proceed directly to the field. Compliments of Kodak. Kodak camera night on Saturday night. The Phils and the Astros. Plan to be on hand. For tickets, call 463-1000. Chris Sabo leads off for Cincinnati here in the second. Sabo hitting at .276. He's been hot lately. 10 for his last 22. 1 ball and no strikes. Two nothing. 1957, Whitey, you could buy a gallon of gasoline for 31 cents. Average income for a family was $4,971. Wow. 3 balls and a strike to Sabo. Get a loaf of bread for 19 cents. Full count to Sabo. Just missed a bit high. He walked him. Sabo, leadoff base runner for Glenn Braggs.
In 1957, I believe I was making about $30,000, which was a princely sum in those days.
That's right. Ted Williams was the highest paid player that year, signing with the Red Sox for $100,000.
Well, that was the limit. That was the contract that all the superstars signed. Musial had a $100,000 contract a little later. Remember, Pete Rose said when he came into baseball, his goal was to be the first singles hitter to make 100,000, and he was. It took him a while, but he finally got there.
1 ball and no strikes. To Glenn Braggs at first base is Chris Sabo. Nobody out. Falling behind him 2-0. In 1957, Philadelphia's Charles Sifford became the first Negro to win a major U.S. golf tournament, the Long Beach Open.
Charlie Sifford.
Charlie Sifford won that and won $1,200 for winning that tournament. Two balls and no strikes to Braggs. Miss, 3-0. So Combs, after a 1-2-3 inning with 2 strikeouts, has walked Sabo, and he's in danger of walking Braggs here. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Braggs hitting a 198. Just about a third of his hits are homers. He's had 18 hits, 5 of them homers. Lifetime, he's 12 for 24 against the Phillies. Got that one over, 3-1. Runner breaking, it doesn't matter, it's high. Back-to-back walks to Sabo and Braggs. And it will bring up Chris Jones, who's 4 for 6 since being called up. He was hitting .252 at Nashville with 7 homers and 22 RBIs. 25-year-old, strong, 6'2", 205 pounds.
Jim Fregosi looks like Gene Mauch in that uniform.
Lou Piniella.
Wild high all of a sudden. Now Johnny Padres and catcher Steve Lake talk it over.
Johnny Padres coming out to the mound. I guess Pod must have been pitching in 57, huh?
Oh, yeah, sure. He was a good pitcher in 57. Milwaukee won the National League pennant in 1957 and then went on to beat the Yankees in the World Series.
Johnny Padres led the National League in ERA, .266, and shutouts, 6 in 1957, after missing the 56 season because of Navy duty. Slammed foul, left field side. That season ended up with Milwaukee on top. St. Louis second, Brooklyn third, Cincy fourth. Phillies played 500, then the Giants, Cubs, and Pirates. Milwaukee had that great pitching staff of Spahn, Buell, Burdette,
Hoey
Hank
Hay.
Aaron.
Joey J.
Joey J was at Cincy, wasn't he? Good breaking ball, 1-2.
Now, Joey J later pitched with Milwaukee. Joey J was the first Little League player to play in the major leagues. There he is, in Cincinnati uniform. First Little League graduate to play in the major leagues. Joey J.
He offered at it, I believe, and it's a wild pitch. It'll be a strikeout and a wild pitch, and the runners will move up. Third strikeout for Combs, but now the runners are at second and third with 1 down.
Ball wound up in the Cincinnati dugout. This is really a bad pitch. Bounced off Lake shin guard right into the visitor's dugout.
I'll bring up Todd Benzinger. Benzinger hitting a 165. Been a better hitter right-handed than left. .237 right-handed.
high with it. Also, I've got to bring up that 1957 was the year Notre Dame halted Oklahoma's 47-game winning streak, 7-0. 1-1. Bud Wilkinson, the coach of the Sooners then.
Paul Hornung years, wasn't it?
Paul Hornung that year, yeah, signed with the Green Bay Packers for $16,000. Two balls and a strike to Benzinger. Reds runners at second and third with one out. Fouled back and out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Todd Benzinger. Phillies keep the infield back. They'll concede a run here. Runners at second and third. So Combs will go for the strikeout. Probably give him a breaking ball here. Out of play, it holds at 2-2.
Gave him a breaking ball and got it up a little high. He didn't want it that high. Didn't hurt him. The pitch was fouled off, but he'd like to get that pitch down a little.
Full count. It's pause for station identification on the Phillies television network.
WTXF, Fox 29 in Philadelphia.
3-2 to Benzinger. Runners at second and third and one out. Walked him. He has walked the bases loaded. Now the bases are loaded with walks. One out for Joe Oliver. Oliver hitting at 192. Been a pretty good hitter against Combs, though. 2 for 3.
He's a guy that can hurt you. He's not hitting much. He's only hitting 192, but he's also a guy that can hit into a double play. Of course, Combs has to throw some strikes.
Missing 1-0. Helped in there, chased a high pitch. It's 1-1.
One thing I'll never figure out, you got a guy who just walked the bases loaded. He misses on the first pitch, and then you go after a pitch that's a foot too high. If he's aggressive, he wants to do some damage. You better stay in the strike zone.
1 ball and 1 strike. That one was high also. He fouled it out of play. It's 1-2. Attention Fan Clan members, don't forget to order your tickets for the Fan Clan bus trip to see those Reading Phils on Sunday, July 21st. Orders must be received by June 27th. Curveball for a ball. 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes with the bases loaded, 1 out. Ground ball to third, could be a double play. Backman 1, relay, yes. Around the horn double play. So Combs survives a 3-walk inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the second, 0-0.
Hey, Schmidt, you're up. Hands up! Move back! That kid Okay, Schmidt. This is where your lucky streak ends.
Mike Schmidt drank his milk, and he still does. Milk, it does a body good.
Hey, what happened to your gray hair? You noticed, huh? Well, I did on it too, but I worried about it looking phony. Does mine look phony? It looks natural. How'd you do it? Clairol Option. Clairol Option? Clairol Option for men. Clairol knows natural-looking color, and there's no pouring and mixing. My hair even feels thicker. So how long is it going to take me to look like your twin again? Just 5 minutes. That easy.
Clairol Option for men.
You were right. You know something? If you're going to do it right.
Coming up, the Phils turn the clock back to the 50s. Roxborough's Mark Gupizzo, the Kansas City Royals healthy again in '91, plus super athletes of the Pro Volleyball Tour this week on Sports Sunday.
Our trivia question of the afternoon, only one time in their history, the Cincinnati Reds had 3 players who had 100 or more RBIs in the same season. Can you name the players? One time in history, 100 or more RBIs for 3 players in the same season. The year, 1955. Jim Lindemann will lead off for the Phils. Lindemann batting .405. One strike. Norm Charlton lifetime against the Phillies is 1 up and 1 down. A good career ERA against the Phils of 2.08. Poked into right center. That'll fall for a hit for Lindemann. So Lindemann is the leadoff base runner for Dickie Thon.
Got jammed a little bit, but slung it over the infield.
Thon's hitting .254. Lifetime he is hitless against Charlton. 0 for 7. 0-0 game. We're in the bottom of the second. This is a breaking ball. One ball and 1 strike. Charlton, 28 years of age, born in Polk, Louisiana. Went to high school in San Antonio, was an All-American at Rice University in Houston. It's originally a first-round pick in 1984 by Montreal. High chopping foul. Montreal traded him to Cincinnati, along with Tim Barker, to get Trenton's Wayne Krenchicki. Three balls and 2 strikes to Dickie Thon. Charlton lifetime has won 27 in the majors, lost 22. Spent most of his time in the bullpen. One of the nasty boys last year until they moved him into the starting rotation. Middle of July. Dickie Thon called out on strikes on a fastball. First strikeout for Charlton, and that'll bring on Charlie Hayes. Charlie is hitting at 191. 5 homers. He's knocked in 21. Lifetime 2 for 7 against Charlton.
Charlie's due to break out of that slump.
Change up, miss for a ball.
Works hard at it. He's taking a lot of extra batting practice. He, with batting coach Dennis Menke, changed a lot of things, changed his stance, changed his spot in the batter's box.
2 balls and no strikes. The end of the bat, foul down the first base side and just out of the range of Benzinger. 2-1. Jim Lindemann at first base with 1 out. 0-0 game. Slider, it's a good one, inside corner. 2-2.
That was a little too far inside, and that's what Charlie's telling. You know, he's way off the plate, and that ball was way in there.
See how far off the plate he is? It's almost too far, isn't it?
Yeah.
See that pitch on the middle of the plate on out. It's hard for him to get his bat on that ball.
Charlie doesn't hit the ball very well when he has to reach for it. And he's in a position now, unless they throw the pitch on the inside corner, he's in a position now where he almost has to reach for everything. I think he handles the ball in closer to his body much better than he does out away from his body. He's even reaching for that pitch, and that was like through the middle of the plate.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
And that ball broke right through the middle, and he's reaching way out.
Still 2-2. I would expect they just keep trying to keep the ball away. No way you can jam him with a strike.
About the only place he can hit that pitch, if he does hit it, is to the right side, which isn't all that bad if you hit it in the right spot.
Full count.
I think they'll send Lindemann.
You do?
Yeah. And really, what do you have to lose?
Well, it could be a strikeout double
sure
play.
Could. But you have to gamble sometime.
He goes. It's a strikeout and a double play. Charlie Hayes called out on strikes. He's not happy with the call.
I think he thought the pitch was high, and by National League standards, I believe he has a legitimate beef.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and none left. And at the end of 2, it's a 0-0 game.
This 4th of July, find a Budman inside packages of Budweiser, Bud Light, and Bud Dry Draft.
Man, are we going to spend the 4th box up in here? No!
You could win one of thousands of prizes.
What kind of prizes you guys got?
I got a Jeep.
All right. Hey, I got a towel. Oh. Okay, I got a plan. Toss the towel in the Jeep and pick me up.
Uh-oh.
Hey, She got the Jeep! Okay, plan B. We raid the snack aisle. Nothing beats a Bud Man!
You are what you eat. And what's true for you is true for your car. The right diet can make a difference. Fill up your car with Mobil Super Unleaded Plus. Its detergent formula can unclog vital engine parts. For power and performance, get Mobil Super Unleaded Plus and drive your engine clean. Get a free box of hefty Simp Sack bags with every fill-up of 8 gallons or more of Mobil Super Unleaded Plus.
All across the USA, as long as we've been around, our passengers are our neighbors. This country's our hometown. Every time we fly, every mile of sky, everything we do, USA, USA begins with you.
Norm Charlton leads off for Cincinnati, third inning. There's Joe Nuxall.
Pitched in the major leagues at age 15, briefly and ineffectively, but he did come back later to have a 16-year career.
There's Nuxie. Hamilton Joe.
He was a good pitcher.
Yeah, good
he
hitters,
was
too.
tough, yeah.
I told him they should have opened this Nostalgia Day with him pitching to you. First pitcher and first hitter. Nuxie said, I would have gone 9. This was my type of weather.
He's going to have to get by me first.
Ooh, he chased a pitch that bounced up there. Lake blocks it, and it's a strikeout. 4th strikeout for Combs. Did they strike out a lot in the 1957 season? We're having a...
Well,
we've had 6 strikeouts so far today.
Don't think they struck out quite as much when you consider that great home run hitters, Ted Williams, Joe DiMaggio, they used to strike out 20 to 30 times a year. You have players now that can strike out that much in a week.
1-0 to Hatcher. He struck out his first time up.
Yogi Berra, who they considered a wild swinger, struck out 10 times one year. 10 times.
Leading home run hitters in 57.
Pretty good hitters right there. I mean, pretty good. Every one of them in the Hall of Fame.
2 balls and a strike to Hatcher. It's a little bit wide, but Combs got it. 2-2. Trivia question of the afternoon. Only one time in their history the Cincinnati Reds had 3 players who hit 100 or more RBIs in the same season. They were not from the Big Red Machine. Can you name those players?
How about the Big Clue?
He was one of them, 113 RBIs. The year was 1955.
How about that Wally Post?
Wally Post was another one, 109 RBIs that year.
And how about that Gus Bell?
Gus Bell is correct as Hatcher chases a high fastball. That's 5 strikeouts for Combs already. 2 down here in the 3rd. Klazuski, Bell, and Post all knocked in over 100 in 1955.
And you know, the guy who came along the following year, Frank Robinson, Rookie of the Year, moved one of those guys out of a job. I think Frank Robinson went into left field, as I recall. There he is.
Robinson, Rookie of the Year in 57.
57. Well, that was 2 years later then.
Oh, you were right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
So Rookie of the Year in 56. Deckham chases a high fastball, 1-2.
Well, I'm telling you, everybody's really wailing away. It pitches out of the strike zone. Cincinnati had a shortstop then, Roy McMillan, who I still say is as fine a fielding shortstop as I've ever seen. Johnny Temple was on that ball club, second base.
Later a sportscaster in Houston. Full count. Don Blasingame was one of the Cincinnati Reds then, now with the Phillies.
Pete Rose took his place at second base, ran him out of a job, caused quite a controversy on the Cincinnati ball club. Pete Rose came along, and I think '62 was Pete's first year. Blasingame was a little left-hand hitter, a pesky hitter.
Combs thought he had it, but Duncan gets the walk. It's the fourth walk given up by Combs. It's either been a strikeout or a walk for Pat. 5 strikeouts and 4 walks.
Pitch is a little low. Thrown well, but it's low.
Yeah.
I think after a while, a pitcher figures, well, all I have to do is get it close. Somebody's going to swing at it. Because they've been swinging at so many bad ones.
That's high for a ball to Larkin. One ball and no strikes to Barry Larkin. He struck out his first time up. Found the outside corner. Larkin didn't like that one. It's 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. We have a great crowd on hand here for Nostalgia Day.
Cap Day also.
Yeah. Fans 15 and over getting a replica of the '57 cap worn by the Phils. Compliments of Texaco. Crowd of over 40,000. Two and 1. In 1957, Stan Musial won the batting crown for the 4th time in his career. Won in 50, 51, 52, and 57.
He won 7 altogether.
3 and 1. Stan won it handily. Willie Mays next, then Frank Robinson, Henry Aaron, and Dick Grote.
I had a bad year.
My partner had an off year. Yeah, hit just .297 that
was
year.
Embarrassed by it. Was ashamed to go home to Nebraska.
3 balls and a strike. Runner breaking. It's skied foul down the right field side, and it's a full count to Larkin. Duncan at first with 2 outs. Three and 2 the count. To Larkin, Mariano Duncan at first, and 2 outs. Nothing game. We're in the 3rd. Beats a foul. Talking to Larkin on the postgame show on radio after the game, he said that's the first home run he's hit to the opposite field in his career.
Yeah, that surprised me.
Yeah.
That was an interesting interview, Harry. Talk about his approach to hitting, and if more hitters had that approach, it'd make it a little harder for pitchers.
I'll tell you what, if you wanted to start a ball club right now, if you were starting a club, I think I might pick this guy to start the club with.
Can't argue that.
He can play short. He's an intelligent player. He can hit. Does an awful lot of things to win games. He'll take a walk, which he does. The 5th walk given up by Combs. 5 walks and 5 strikeouts. We're in the 3rd inning. And you wonder how many innings Combs can go. He's thrown a lot of pitches here in the first 3, and it's hot. The field temperature at game time was 140. I mean, that heat is just
like an oven down
smoking
there.
off the AstroTurf.
Players wear those plastic cleats, most of them, on this stuff, and that at least will keep their feet from burning up. If you wore, you know, the old steel spikes, it'd be pretty rough out there. Those look like spikes, don't they?
Yeah.
That's why he keeps moving his feet. They're hot.
Here's Chris Sabo. He walked his first time up, and Combs drops in a curveball for a strike. Jim Fregosi. Where would he have been in 1957? Ooh, almost a wild pitch.
Well, Fregosi, probably, what, a teenager then, I would imagine.
Yeah, I guess he was. One ball and one strike to Sabo. Breaking ball bouncing up there. Combs got out of the bases loaded situation in the second when he walked the bases loaded. He's walked 2 here in the 3rd. He's flirting with some trouble.
First inning, he came out throwing all strikes. All of a sudden, he's all over the place. Up, down.
Two balls and 2 strikes. That's leading Houston 1-0 in the 3rd at Shea. That's Frank Viola against Mark Portugal. Two balls and 2 strikes to Sabo. High foul left field side, out of play. Still 2-2. Two men on base with 2 outs. Fouled first base side. Ricky Jordan near the stands on the tarpaulin, makes the catch to retire the side. A fan tried to interfere with him, and Ricky stuck with it, and that'll retire the Reds in the 3rd. No runs, no hits, no errors. They leave 2. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, 0-0.
U.S. Healthcare, because there's so much to stay healthy for.
Life's a ball, if only you know it. And it's all just waiting for you. You're alive, so come on and show it. There's such a lot of living to do. That's just a place to go, people to see. Everything for you and me. And there's wine all ready for tasting. And there's Cadillacs all shiny and new. Gotta move, 'cause time is a wasting.
Over 1 million Americans have turned to us for a healthier way of life. U.S. Healthcare, a health plan for living.
It's the first of 4 popular business person specials Wednesday, June 19th, 12:35 when the Phillies play the Braves. Midweek, midday, full fun baseball. And all fans receive a colorful player poster courtesy of Core States. For ticket information, call 463-1000.
Cincinnati, no runs, no hits, no errors. The Phillies, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Travel arranged through U.S. Air. Every time we fly, every mile of sky, everything we do, U.S. Air begins with you. Steve Lake leads off for the Phils. Laker hitting at 147. Atlanta will move in tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday nights. Tommy Green pitching tomorrow night against young Steve Avery, who's pitching good ball for the Braves. Laker pops it up, right side. Mariano Duncan out. One down on 1 pitch here in the third. It'll bring up Pat Combs. 1957, here's what some things cost here at the ballpark.
15 cents for a soda, large one, 25. Hot dog a quarter.
The box seat for $2.75. Combs hitting at 133.
Probably bring a family of 4 to the ball game. Might spend $5 if you got a bleacher seat, $10 for the box seat.
One strike to Pat Combs. Combs is hit by a pitch. He's had trouble with Charlton last.
Pitching elbow, and I think he's hurt. He thinks that he's hurt anyway.
Phillies had trouble with Charlton last year. It was Dennis Cook that went after Charlton after he hit a batter.
I doubt if he wanted to hit Pat Combs by any stretch of imagination. You don't want to put a pitcher on base.
Phillies have lost 1 player for the season in this series. Von Hayes, who was hit by a Tom Browning pitch. I didn't feel like Browning threw at Hayes either, but
he got his front arm out of the way, but watch his left elbow come in there and just kicked it. Like he's all right. Saying something to Charlton as he walked to first base.
It's his left arm. That's his pitching arm. So he'll have to be watched as he goes out to warm up in the 4th. That'll bring up Sil Campusano, who grounded out his first time up.
Sometimes I can wake a ball club up a little bit. You know, Cincinnati's won the first 2 games of this series. You kind of good idea to let the opposition sleep. Don't wake them up.
1-0 to Campu.
Don't get them riled up.
Ground ball to second. Duncan juggles, recovers in time to get Campusano, but they should have had a double play. Instead, Combs moves up to second base. And the batter will be Wally Backman.
That was a dead double play ball.
Backman flied out to left his first time up. One strike to him.
Ball was, right at him. Didn't take a bad hop. In fact, took a nice little hop for him, but it squirted through. Still able to get the runner at first.
One and two to Backman, who's not happy with the call by Bill Hahn. Jim Fregosi would have been 15 years old in '57. Raised in San Francisco. Ooh. Close. That was close.
Almost
close.
dropped it in there. It was a great two-strike pitch.
Backdoor breaking ball, just a little off the plate. Two and two. Line drive, that's a hit to left field. That'll score Combs. It gets by Jones, and Backman gets two out of it. Phillies take a 1-0 lead, so the hit batsman costs Charlton.
Pretty good piece of hitting there by Wally Backman after being buried in the count 0-2. Then it went to 1-2. He hit that slider down and in. He got the barrel of the bat out there, laid it on the ball, and smoked it into that corner.
That'll bring on Ricky Jordan. He singled his first time up. Backman at second base with 2 outs and a run in. Breaking ball for a strike. Slammed into left field. That's a hit. Here comes Wally Backman. The throw is late. Backman scores standing. And the Phils lead it 2-0. And Lou Piniella now is going to come out and argue the call of Bill Hahn, who thought that Backman was out at home plate. I'm surprised Wally didn't slide.
Well, he had the one side of the plate. You actually get into a base or a plate quicker standing up. He saw that little opening. That's a great throw by Jones. See, he sees that outside of the plate, and he's safe. There's no question there. He beat the tag by plenty.
Oliver tried to put up the roadblock with his foot. Piniella contending that Backman tagged the foot, but he's right on the plate, as you can see, so he is safe, and the Phils lead it 2-0, and the batter will be Wes Chamberlain. 1-0. Jordan drives in his 28th.
What I mean about waking a ball club up, that can happen. This is not, the Phillies lineup today is not any resemblance to the 27 Yankee lineup, but they still, are out there trying to win.
Off the end of the bat, 1-1 the count to Chamberlain. Pulled in with an off-speed breaking ball. One ball and 2 strikes. Beats the ball foul. Deep left center field. This ball's got a chance. Out of here. A tremendous home run. Wes Chamberlain. And the Phillies have taken a 4-0 lead in the third. And did that hit batsman hurt Charlton?
Yeah, as we say, I think it hurt him more ways than one other than putting the runner on base. Wes got a high slider. Charlton had pitched him tough up until that particular pitch, and I tell you, he put a charge into it way out of here in left center.
Wes's first home run this year. He hit 2 for the Phils last year, his third big league homer. Lindemann fouls one back and out of play. One strike to Jim Lindemann, who singled his first time up. One ball and one strike.
These are all 2-out runs. Wally Backman's double was really a big one.
One ball and 2 strikes to Lindemann. Wes Chamberlain. Foul back and out of play. Still 1-2.
This is the pitch that Wes hit. Now watch, that's a breaking ball up and through the middle of the plate. Those are the kind that big, strong hitters hit out of the ballpark. Right into the bleachers. They don't call those bleachers anymore, do they?
Grandstand. Struck him out, and that will retire the side. But the Phillies put 4 on the board on 3 hits. Chamberlain a homer, no errors, and none left. Andy Musser comes your way in the 4th. After 3, it's 4-0 Phils.
Explore Old World Europe at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. For hotel reservations, call 1-800-446-9244.
The only company in the air express business with 2 next-day delivery options is Federal Express. 10:30 a.m. if your package has to arrive early, or if it can get there just a little later in the day. We've got a brand new afternoon service that will deliver almost anything up to 150 pounds by 3 o'clock. At a price that's tough to beat. Same great service, now twice a day. Federal Express, absolutely, positively the best in the business. Twice a day.
Looking for an easier way to take home 3 delicious kinds of Kentucky Fried Chicken? Introducing the KFC Variety Bucket. For just $9.99, you and your family get tender, juicy original recipe, spicy, tangy hot wings, and new skin-free light and crispy, all in the KFC Variety Bucket. So drop into KFC. For 3 great tastes at 1 great price, $9.99.
Phillies baseball is brought to you in part by Budweiser with that distinctively clean, crisp, cold taste. Nothing beats a Bud. And by the Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages, no other book can match it. Bell of Pennsylvania, a Bell Atlantic company. And by your Olds Connection dealers, feel the quality and excitement of driving a great-looking, new generation Oldsmobile. Andy Musser with us here in the 4th. Andy?
Okay, Whitey, and the hitter is Braggs with the Phillies up 4-0 after that quick 2-out outburst. Pop foul, and it's going to be out of play. The Reds are still looking for their first hit, but Pat Combs has been in a lot of trouble, and Whitey, after getting hit on the elbow, I would imagine the Phillies are going to be keeping an eye on him here.
They're watching him. Now, he's only thrown 2 pitches here, but he's thrown them both well, and he doesn't appear to be in any stress out there. Just ticked him on the end of the elbow, but that, that's a sensitive area. That's that crazy bone area.
That pitch is low. 2 balls and a strike. All of a sudden, Pat has himself a 4-run lead, and the failure to turn that double play really hurt Cincinnati. Don't find that one in the box score, but Duncan had himself a dead double play ball, got 1 out, so there is no error on the play, but that led to the 4 runs. A full count on Braggs. Here's a guy who has owned the Phillies. He's 11 for 24 in his 2-year career against the Phillies. Coming over from Milwaukee last year.
Combs is throwing a lot of pitches.
On a day when you'd like to be able to conserve.
Either walking them or striking them out. Running a lot of deep counts. I don't think you want to arm wrestle this fella, Andy.
No, this is a good day to judge your opponents, isn't it? With these Cincy-style uniforms, you can see what you're getting in for. I tell you, another one that I want to duck is Rob Dibble.
Yeah.
Walked him. Managers hate that. When you get a 4-run lead, then you come out and walk the leadoff batter. That's 6 walks for Combs.
And not one of them has hurt him yet. But that, that's risky. Especially against a good hitting ball club.
Combs walked 7 in the game this year at Los Angeles on May 11th, and he lost that game to Mike Morgan. The IBM tail of the tape on the homer by Chamberlain, 431 feet.
Pretty good poke.
Chris Jones struck out on a wild pitch. Gets himself a hit. That's the first Cincinnati hit of the game. Chamberlain bobbles, but no harm done. And the first 2 Reds have reached on a walk and a single. Two on, nobody out as Todd Benzinger gets ready to hit.
This fellow has been hot. 5 hits and 8 times at bat since coming up with the Reds.
Benzinger drew a walk the first time he was up there. That was when Combs walked him loaded in the 2nd inning. Breaking ball for a strike. Close. Looked like almost the identical same pitch.
A little bit lower, but a tough pitch to take.
On the ground to third. Charlie gets one there, throws across, safe.
In retrospect, Charlie probably should have gone to second base for the double play, but he did, you know, he cut off the lead runner, thought he had a chance at first, and it was a close play. Benzinger does not run all that well. Now, see, had he gone to second, probably would have saved a little time. And that's a good call at first. Just beat it.
Now 1 out in the inning, the batter Joe Oliver, who grounded into a 5-4-3 double play the first time he was up there. Combs gets him to flail at a breaking ball.
All of a sudden, Combs throwing some breaking balls, and he's throwing some good ones.
That's foul out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Oliver, who has been a disappointment this year to the Reds insofar as his runs batted in. He has knocked in only 10 runs this year. Oliver last year knocked in 52 runs and only 364 at bats.
He's only knocked in 1 run, hasn't he?
For the year?
Yeah.
Oh, 1 run. I'm sorry. Did I say 10? Yeah, 1. Yeah.
Got his first RBI, I believe, against the Phillies last weekend.
2-2 on Oliver.
That's what he can do. Hit it a mile, pulled it way foul, but he's strong. You know, he can be pitched to, but you better not make a mistake.
The right-hander is Kip Gross. Reds are trailing 4-0. Charlton due to bat next. They might hit for him. That's a fair ball. Coming around third base is Jones. Over to third goes Benzinger. It's a double, just barely for Oliver, and a 4-1 game.
Well, he hit that curveball, and he drilled it inside that bag. Dickie Thon went out there to get that ball and almost got Oliver at second base. Still only 1 out.
Now Johnny Padres, as we look at this again, looks like he was indeed safe. Johnny Padres has visited the mound and now returns to the dugout. And the Phillies get bullpen action as Darryl Ackerfelds.
I'm a little surprised that Charlton is hitting.
I am too. Yeah. This looks like a spot for the Reds to get back in it here. Charlton is being booed because he hit Combs.
Well, he's not going to get any revenge here.
No.
I'll tell you. He wants to pitch to him and get him out.
Yeah, if there's to be any revenge, that'll come at some other time. He's counting on Charlton to make an out. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I think Pat Combs realizes he wasn't hit intentionally.
Charlton takes a strike. He's got that classic pull-off style as he stands up there at the plate. The foot in the bucket. Ball and 2 strikes on Charlton. Combs gets his 6th strikeout. Now Combs will go to work against Hatcher.
Big batter here for Combs, Billy Hatcher. You know, a base hit here would probably account for a couple more runs. He'd like to get Hatcher out of there and, you know, cut him off.
This is a big batter for Lou Piniella, too, and his decision not to bat for Charlton. Ball 1, no swing. Hatcher has struck out twice. Shallow center. Camposano makes the play. So the Reds get their first 2 hits of the ball game, and they leave 2 in scoring position. Go to the last of the 4th. 4-1 Phillies.
Right now, one of America's all-time favorite cars, the Cutlass Sierra, is an incredibly low $11,805 for first-time new car buyers financing with GMAC. Huge rebates totaling $2,900 make this amazing price worth repeating. Right now, one of America's all-time favorite cars, the Cutlass Sierra, is an incredibly low $11,805 for first-time new car buyers financing with GMAC. See your Olds Connection dealer today because this low price ends soon and will not be repeated.
94 ways to love your baby. 18. Take your baby out for some fun. 53.
Take your baby to all the best places.
94.
Fill it up. Ultra 94.
When your car's your baby, it deserves a gasoline as special as Sunoco Ultra 94. Because only Ultra gives you the highest octane under the sun with great detergency.
28. Let your baby flex his muscles now and then. 94. Ultra 94.
This is your backyard. This is your car. These are your neighbors. If this is appealing, then this is your drink. Coke Floats at McDonald's made with delicious low-fat frozen yogurt. Buy a Coke Float and this is your glass to keep. So this is the deal. This is the place. This is the end.
And don't forget McDonald's service guarantee. You'll get hot food and a warm smile. Or the next time you come in, the fries are on us. You're going to love the change at McDonald's.
Well, I hope you have your excuse already worked out because you're going to want to be at the ballpark here on Wednesday afternoon. The first of 4 midweek day baseball games. All fans receive a full-color player poster, compliments of Core State's First Pennsylvania Bank. That depicts the 4 modern-day no-hit Phillies pitchers. 463-1000, the number to call for your tickets. Dickie Thon fouls it. Phillies have a 4-1 lead. That needle is off the meter. That one only goes to 120, and it's there and then some. Foul ball. Those Minnesota Twins have tied the Indians 1-1 after 6 in search of win number 15. Don took a called third strike the only time he batted today. In the inning, Fon, Charlie Hayes, and Lake. Whitey, is it a little nostalgic for you to look out and see those uniforms?
Sure is. And they look better on these players because they're better fit. You remember how baggy they used to be.
Yeah, and they were a different material.
They were flannel.
Yeah.
You take a flannel suit on a day like this. Those things got a little heavy with perspiration before the game was over. We used to change them, like on a hot day like this. You change them in the 4th or 5th inning. There is myself with Valmy Thomas, on the left, the catcher, and Ruben Gomez, a screwball pitcher, in the middle. Valmy's locker was right beside mine. He used to, not much to remember a player by, but he used that talcum powder. I mean, you talk about congestion. I mean, that whole area was powder.
Tough to breathe, huh? Full count on Dickie Thon. Do you have any uniforms left from that era?
No, I wish I did. I wish I'd have thought about it. You know, you didn't really think much about.
To Duncan. Dickie is out, one down in the fourth. Yeah, that'd make a nice item to have now. Let's pause now for station identification. This is the Phillies Television Network.
WTXF, Fox 29 in Philadelphia.
Charlie Hayes struck out first time he batted today. Phillies ahead 4-1 in the fourth inning.
The Phillies go on to keep the lead in this game. They might want to wear those uniforms again.
That's right. Keep them right on there tomorrow night. And the Braves come in town. Charlie fouls it back. As you folks, I'm sure, know, these uniforms are to be part of an auction which is coming up on Monday, August 5th between 6 and 8. The annual ALS Phillies Wives auction party. In one of the autographs booths that night is going to be Rich Ashburn and a number of the 57 players. Duncan makes an outstanding play. He took a base hit away from Charlie on that one. Fans were lined up this morning to get the coupons for Mike Schmidt's autograph. We must report they have all been sold.
It was a fine play by Mariano Duncan. That's an AstroTurf play.
Now the batter is Steve Lake, whose father was honored prior to the game today. Darryl from Los Angeles. The Phillies players submitted their dad's name, and management randomly selected a winner. And his dad, Darryl, was flown in for the weekend. Ooh. Leaping grab by Larkin, and Lake gets robbed. Phillies go quickly in the fourth. After 4, it's 4-1 Phils.
When you play the game, you're looking good. That's the Bud Light way, yes, understood.
When you're looking good, you want Bud Light. The clean, fresh taste won't fill you up and never let you down.
You can taste it, you can feel it, you know you got it right. Everything else is Bud Light. Just keep your Bud Light shining. You got to shine on. Everything else.
The fast facts on our new Ford Escort. Fact: Escort has the highest owner satisfaction rating of any car in Ford's history. Fact: Ford Escort has more repeat buyers than any car in its class. Fact: a Ford Escort LX is priced less, almost $600 less than Honda Civic, and over $600 less than Toyota Tercel. 4.8 financing or $750 cash back on Escort wagon.
Your Quality Plus Ford dealer lets you bank on the best.
What would you do if someone took away your yellow pages?
My yellow pages?
The New Jersey Bell yellow pages?
You and what army? No.
People want to hold on to the book with more choices.
No, hey. No. My yellow pages don't even think about it.
It's the book 9 out of 10 use, and when asked to choose, most people won't let go. The genuine New Jersey Bell yellow pages. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company.
T-shirt day will be Sunday, June 23rd, 1:35. The Phillies have a T-shirt featuring a caricature of a player and the fanatic on the front of a white T-shirt. Compliments of Breyer's Ice Cream. Make plans early. Order your tickets 463-1000.
And this cap day has been a very popular item today. Huge crowd.
Even Big D has one.
Dallas Green.
He used to wear one. Big D was a pitcher for the Phillies in that era. That's the 57 era cap, giving out compliments of Texaco today. 4-1 Phillies. We move to the 5th inning. Mariano Duncan leads it off for Cincinnati. He has grounded out and walked. Mariano booted what would have been a sure double play ground ball, and that led to the Phillies getting 4 runs. So you know he'd like to help and do something offensively. No error charged on the play because he did get an out, but that ball was hard hit and right to him. Would have ended the inning. I don't know exactly what it is that's different, but somehow that red T-shirt that the Reds are wearing under their sleeveless uniform does not look exactly the way the one in the 50s did. You know what I mean, Whitey?
Don't think it's quite as red.
Maybe that's what it is. Or it has a different trim to it or hem to it. I think they used to be long sleeve shirts that were just cut off, and these are made short. Duncan draws a leadoff walk, and the Reds have had their leadoff man aboard today. 3 innings now.
7th walk.
Ties his season's high in walks. Tough to keep dancing through these kind of raindrops. The heart of the order coming up, starting with Barry Larkin. He has struck out and walked. Phillies had their bullpen up once today. You have to be careful using your bullpen on a day like this, too, because you can wear a guy down some just warming him up.
It's amazing how Pat Combs goes in and out of that strike zone. Started off the game 3 up, 3 down, no problem. Ever since then, been struggling with it.
Ball 2. Yeah, Pat has had a couple of visits from Johnny Padres today and could be working his way for another one. Here's Dickie Thon, and now the bullpen is going to get up. Ackerfelds was up before. We'll see who does it this time. Joe Baber. Balls and a strike. Larkin with a 7-game hitting streak. Against the Phillies this year, he is 9 for 22 with 5 runs batted in. The only Red who's driven in more runs is O'Neill. He has 2 3-run home runs and 9 RBIs, or 8 RBIs against the Phillies. Ball 3. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Stolen base for Duncan, his 4th.
He had a huge jump, as you can see. Good speed. Perfect throw might have had him. Ball went right over the umpire's head.
Duncan at second base, nobody out. We now have a full count on Barry Larkin.
Blake is talking to the plate umpire, Bill Hahn, might be asking for, interference on that throw to second. That would be about the only thing he could ask for. Larkin did swing at the ball. Not going to get it.
High chop. Charlie Hayes had to get out of the way of the base runner, safe at first. And there's another place where the Phillies could have a complaint, because Duncan and Charlie Hayes got in one another's way. Fergosi's coming out, but he's heading for first base.
Yeah, he thought Larkin was out, and I think he was.
Watch the runner here.
Terry Tate called the play actually before it was even. Yeah, there's almost interference right there. Called the play before it was made, and I believe he was out by. See, Duncan did try to get out of the way. That's a judgment call, and yeah, he's out. See, the ball's in the mitt, and he's just barely out. It's a gift.
It'll go as an infield single. The Reds third, and they have an inning underway here. First and third with nobody out, and cleanup hitter Chris Sabo up there. Phillies lead at 4-1. Sabo has walked and fouled out today. Sabo rested, did not appear in last night's game. Trouble brewing, first and third, no outs. Sabo chases a good low pitch. Pat Combs has been in trouble every inning but the first. He has a 4-1 lead, but needs to get through this inning if he is to be the winner. Sabo helps out, as many of the Red batters have done today, helping out by swinging at a pitch out of the strike zone. One and two on Sabo, the Rookie of the Year when he came up in '88.
Sabo's really an unpredictable hitter. You never know what he's going to do.
He almost got Perlazo, the third base coach.
He goes through hot streaks, and he's in a pretty good streak right now. And he gets cold and can't hit anything.
Worked him inside. So it's 2-2 on him. Top foul, back out of play. In the top half of the seventh inning, the Twins have taken a 2-1 lead over Cleveland. Al Newman singling in that go-ahead run as they seek their 15th consecutive win.
He's up there to swing. He swung at about 3 pitches around ankle high. He swung at a couple of high ones. Hey, this ball's down there almost on the ground. He had a pretty good cut at it.
Are you a little surprised that Larkin hasn't taken off at some point here?
Well, they're down 3 runs and there's nobody out. Maybe an out or 2 later, if he's still there, you'd say, well, go ahead and try to get an extra base. But with nobody out, I don't think they want to take any chances on a line drive, double play, whatever.
Boy, you got to say that Sabo's getting some pretty solid wood on these. Still 2-2 on Sabo. That pitch was high. He could have had ball 3 had he wanted it.
He's up there geared to hit the fastball, and then anything slower than that, he's adjusting, but he's ready for the fastball.
Right now, Combs can't get anything by him, and he can't get anything fair. This is a real effort on both these parts. This is a long at-bat. Still no outs here in the Reds' 5th. Got him. Pat Combs recovers to win the matchup. Wow.
High heat. Out of the strike zone, about letter high. He put a little extra on it, too. Well, he got one of them. Tough hitter.
That ties his season's high in strikeouts. He struck out 7 in a game against the Dodgers May 11th. Braggs has walked both times he's been to the plate. Here's a shot to the left field corner. That is a 3-run home run. The way the ball is carrying here today, there was no doubt about it. The Reds have tied the game on Bragg's 6th home run.
Well, there was no doubt about that when that was a home run on the crack of the bat. As Chamberlain hit a 431-footer, and the only reason Braggs didn't go that far was because it was hit so low, a line drive. Boy.
Jim Fregosi is now out of the dugout as the Reds are all congratulating Braggs, and Fregosi is headed to the mound. That Braggs continues to hurt the Phillies. Braggs is now 12 for 25 against the Phillies, and Pat Combs gets the rest of the afternoon off. Joe Baver will be coming into this ball game. It's now a 4-4 tie here in the 5th inning. Pitching change at the vet. We'll be right back.
Very fine. Great tasting fruit juices and drinks.
There was magic in that ballpark. We both felt it. Dad handed me his Minolta Maxim 5009.
Clark digs in. Bulldog into his windup.
No snapshot camera is this special because Maxim has it all. Telephoto zoom for detail. Ultra-fast autofocus.
Lucky shot, rookie.
Even built-in flash.
Wow.
Experience the magic of Maxim. Only from the mind of Minolta.
Everyone knows Window Wizards beats any advertised price on Anderson windows and doors. But we offer a lot more, like a huge selection of wood and steel entry doors, brand name kitchen cabinets, harbor floors and skylights, All this, and we still beat any advertised price. Window Wizards. Our name doesn't say it all, but our showrooms do. So shop the Window Wizard Anderson Window Center near you.
Philadelphia, Bristol, Warminster, Upper Darby, Malvern, and Quakertown, PA. Williamstown, Toms River, and Pleasantville, New Jersey.
Joe Baver worked a perfect inning last night. He comes into his 31st game today with a 3-5 record and a 4.01 earned run average. Until last night, Baver had been scored on in 9 straight appearances. Well, the Reds have tied it on that line drive home run by Braggs, who continues to hurt the Phillies, and now Chris Jones will be at the plate. Here it is again, a line smash out of here in a hurry.
Yeah, if you were going to ride on that ball, you'd get somewhere in a hurry. You'd get to Pittsburgh in about an hour.
Chris Jones has struck out and singled today. There's 1 out in the inning. That was the dramatic strikeout of Sabo. Combs finishes with 7 walks, a season's high, 7 strikeouts, ties his season's high. He gave up only 4 hits, but he gave up 4 runs. Jones puts a bunt down the third baseline. It rolls foul. That was a line hugger for quite a while. Why does Braggs always hurt the Phillies? Some guys are like that, and he has been a thorn.
You kind of wonder why he doesn't play more. I mean, the way he plays against this ball club. I mean, those are the arms of a blacksmith. About as big as the great Ted Klaczewski. Wears a little more shirt under that top than Ted did, but
that's because this is a one-day stand. You let him in that uni for a while, Whitey, and he might be imitating the clue. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Chris Jones. He's been a terror since they brought him up. He is 5 for 8. That's a solid hit, too. Jones has 2 singles, and they are both just like that. That's a carbon copy of the other hit he had.
He was hitting 250-some when they brought him up. And he's hung out a lot of ropes. We saw him last weekend. I mean, that was an earlier pitch, and I think the base hit was on a palm ball.
The hitter now is Benzinger. Benzinger has walked and grounded to third. Runner goes. Jones, and the ball is fielded by Jordan, but he'll take the out at first base. Jones to second. There are 2 outs.
Nice play by Ricky Jordan. That was a bullet. Hitters really loosen up on these hot days. They get their rips.
Joe Oliver grounded into a double play and double to left field, driving in the Reds' first run.
They're going to walk him.
Got Charlton coming up next. That'll be the 8th walk given up by Phillies pitching. The first intentional walk.
Well, Fregosi wants to get out of this inning if he can without any more damage. Ordinarily, you wouldn't walk a guy hitting 100. Well, he's hitting 200 right on the nose now, Oliver, but he wants to go at Charlton. And, you know, try to walk away from this inning at least tied up.
Charlton has struck out both times he's been at the plate today. And the fans are still getting on him about that pitch that he hit Combs. Here's a bunt try for him. Charlie Hayes has it and throws him out. So that takes care of the inning, but the Reds get 3 runs to tie it. There were 3 hits, and they leave 2 men on base. We go to the last of the 5th and a 4-4 tie.
1991 four-door Chevy S10 Blazer. Engineered with standard four-wheel anti-lock brakes. Open one up and see why nobody's winning like the heartbeat of America.
To celebrate Pearl's 30th anniversary, we've got lots of great reasons to put on pearls.
They gave me $30 off my choice of glasses.
Have you got your pearls on?
I bought a pair of glasses, and they gave me a second pair.
Well, I bought contacts, and I got these Carrera sunglasses for only $30.
See the coupons in this weekend's paper for details. But hurry, offers end soon.
Happy 30th, Pearl.
Pearl and Pearl Vision Express for most glasses in 1 hour. Call 1-800-YES-EYES for locations.
It's the hottest ticket this summer, and you've got a backstage pass. Fox invites you to go behind the scenes of the biggest concert tours and preview the hottest new videos of summer 1991 with your host, Cher.
That's your backstage pass?
Join CNC Music Factory, Whitney Houston, Chris Isaac, Paula Abdul, and the Rolling Stones.
Coca-Cola's Pop Music Backstage Pass this summer. Tonight at 9:30 on Fox 29.
4-4 game. The Phillies got all four of theirs in a hurry in the third inning. Wally Backman doubled in the first one. Ricky Jordan doubled in the second one. And then Wes Chamberlain hit a two-run home run. The rally started when Combs was hit by a pitch. The Reds came back with one in their half of the fourth, doubled in by Joe Oliver. Got three more in the fifth on the three-run home run by Glenn Braggs. Bottom half of the fifth inning, Joe Baber is going to bat for the first time this year. Here's Baber. He's 1 for 6 lifetime as a hitter in the big leagues. Facing Norm Charlton. By the way, for those of you keeping a scorebook, we talked about one of the Phillies' runs. I said Jordan doubled, but he singled. Jordan has 2 singles today, and his second single drove in the Phillies' second run. On the ground. Base hit. Joe Baber has a hit. Hit them where they ain't, or almost ain't, huh?
That was deflected a little bit and deflected just enough where nobody could get it. Baber is 1 for 1 on the season.
Hit number 6 for the Phillies. Sil Camposano comes to the plate. Second major league hit for Baber. Camposano has twice grounded to second base. There's a fly ball to right center. Hatcher is over, so is the right fielder Braggs, and Braggs makes the catch. 1 out. Next hitter, Wally Backman. Cincinnati bullpen has Gross up once more. Backman has flied to left and doubled, driving in a run. Backman getting a chance to hit right-handed today. He got only his second right-handed hit of the year when he doubled in the third inning. Normally, the Phillies deploy him as a left-handed batter. Oliver a little short on that throw to first base. Nice play by Benzinger. Nothing on Backman. Oliver goes out to see where Charlton stands stamina-wise. You know, Charlton's just off the DL. He went 6 innings in his first start Tuesday. But he was pitching in much better conditions up in Montreal on Tuesday than he is here today with this heat and humidity. Walks him on 4 pitches. That's the first walk given up by Charlton. Ricky Jordan comes up. He's 2 for 2.
I got a feeling Lou Piniella might make a change here. He's stuck with Charlton through some tough times here.
Yeah, we kind of expected to see him lifted for a pinch hitter when the Reds were short by a couple of runs earlier, and he left him in the bat.
Gonna leave him in here too. Ooh.
Pop up. Oliver is back. Just back of the screen. I mean, it was in the first row back there. So Jordan gets a new life. Got 2 tough right-handed batters to deal with here, Jordan and Chamberlain. Players getting a break right now. There's a little cloud cover here at Veterans Stadium, and nobody wants to see it rain, but they wouldn't mind seeing this cloud cover keep the sun away for a while. We have a 4-4 game in the 5th inning.
Oh!
Uh-oh. He tagged the base runner. Here comes Fregosi again as Vukovic starts the argument. But it's a line drive double play to end the inning.
Boy, Ricky hit a shot. I think they're a little burned up at Tato on an earlier call where Larkin was called safe. And he is Fregosi tossed out for the 2nd time this summer.
And Jimmy's going to get in his face a little bit before he goes. We've got that ends the inning, and it's a 4-4 tie after 5.
There's only one place under the sun where dolphins fly. Penguins parade. Sea lions serenade. And killer whales play to a standing ovation. Come see the shows of SeaWorld and come face to face with another world. Only at SeaWorld.
They sailed from the 4 corners of the 7 seas in search of buried treasure. Some found gold.
These will go great with the new china.
Some found diamonds and pearls.
A girl can never have too many earrings.
But the lucky ones found Treasure Hunt, the Pennsylvania lottery game where you hunt for cash for up to $10,000 on every ticket. For as much as $1 million on the weekly $1 million spin.
We can buy lots of cool things with $1 million.
And I can quit my job at the diner.
Thank you, Pennsylvania.
Thanks to Kodak, you can get up-close personal pictures of your favorite Phillies right on the field. Gates open for access to the AstroTurf beginning at 5. Saturday, June 22nd, before the Phillies play the Astros at 7:05. For ticket information, call 463-1000.
It's sale time at Meineke Discount Mufflers. Before June 30th, get a muffler from as low as $16.88 installed. At Meineke, you're really not going to pay a lot for this muffler.
6th inning coming up here at Veterans Stadium in a 4-4 tie. Well, was he out or was he safe?
I'd say it's hard to tell on slow motion even. See him closing there? I think he had his hand. On that angle, I think he just had his hand in.
Well, certainly that's the way John Vukovic saw it with the naked eye. And Vuk doesn't argue too often out at first base, but he got into that one. And Jim Fregosi has been ejected from the game. I gather that Hal Lanier will be in charge. Dennis Menke did it the last time, but that was because Hal was not there at that point. Hal had gone away because of a death in the family. Top of the order, Billy Hatcher. He struck out twice and flied out. He's 0 for 3.
Kind of a wild 5 innings here so far.
Indeed, and it's a standoff. Fly ball to right field. It's carrying. Lindemann had to get back a little bit more than he originally anticipated. Hatcher is out for the 4th time. He's the one Cincinnati player in the lineup aside from Charlton who has not been on base today. Duncan has grounded out and twice walked. He scored 1 run. Broken bat lands 1 hop to Fahn. He throws him out. Duncan is out, 2 down.
Terry Taylor getting the raspberry from the crowd. He's heard that a few times. That won't bother him much.
In steps Barry Larkin. He has struck out, walked, and singled, scoring a run. Fans are having a good time. They love it.
A little overreaction.
Larkin takes ball 1. He's been a thorn in the side of the Phillies all year. Always a couple of guys like that. Bill Doran is one, and we talked about Braggs. Larkin is another one who is fast adding his name to that category. One of them has not played this series, Eric Davis. He's a guy who's hurt the Phillies a lot over the years. Eric is out due to a right quadriceps strain. He's still on their active list, but he won't play for a week or 10 days. To deep left center. Out of here. Larkin has hit another home run. Larkin had one in last night's game, and the Reds take a 5-4 lead.
I tell you, he has really hurt the Phillies. Got a high fastball. Just like that, the Reds have taken the lead. Pretty good swing right there.
The hitter is Sabo, who takes ball 1. The Phillies got the first 4 runs of the day. The Reds have come back with the next 5. Home run number 8 for Larkin. Sabo struck out in a dramatic battle with Combs right before the 3-run home run by Braggs to tie the game. A long at bat for Sabo as he fouled off many, many pitches. The Indians have come back to tie the Minnesota Twins. It's 2-2 bottom of the 8th. Felix Fermin singled in the run. He went around on that. That'll be a strikeout and ends the inning. Sabo fans, Baber gets his first strikeout. The Reds get the lead on the home run by Larkin. The only hit, nobody left on base.
Come rediscover American value at the National Dodge Sell-A-Thon, presenting some of the best Dodge deals ever. Like this 91 Dodge Shadow. It's already the lowest priced car in the world with an airbag. And now, with $500 cash back for first-time car buyers, Shadow starts at just $139 a month. Add factory to dealer incentives, and you could save even more. But hurry, this deal can't last forever.
Somewhere in the middle of nowhere, America's #1 author just met his #1 fan.
I think Walt Sheldon might be in some kind of trouble.
Don't even think about anybody coming for you.
Directed by Rob Reiner, from the novel by Stephen King, and featuring Kathy Bates.
Trust me, it's for the best.
In her Oscar-winning Best Actress performance, Misery. Available on video cassette July 11th from Nelson Entertainment, rated R.
A lot of people consider me sort of a spark plug on this ball club. My nickname is Spike. I guess I'm sort of a free spirit. But heck, this game is supposed to be fun. Bunch of guys running around, hitting and catching a little ball. I mean, we are not exactly talking nuclear physics here.
Thanks to Kodak, you can get up-close personal pictures of your favorite Phillies right on the field. Gates open for access to the AstroTurf beginning at 5, Saturday, June 22nd, before the Phillies play the Astros at 7:05. For ticket information, call 463-1000.
Phillies baseball is brought to you in part by Ford. Bank on your Quality Plus Ford dealer for great savings during Leadership Month. And by U.S. Healthcare, a health plan for a living. Teddy Power is up in the bullpen.
Well, Norm Charlton is still around. He's pitched well outside of that third inning when the Phillies got all 4 of their runs. He's thrown quite a few pitches, too. He got out of it. He got a real break in that last inning on that line drive that Ricky Jordan hit. That really could have done some damage.
Chamberlain has flied to left and hit a 2-run home run. Now he hits a gapper to right center. Nice play by Bragg. That's a long way to be an out, but Bragg's got over to catch it.
Big guy Braggs has hurt the Phillies with a bat, and he pretty good glove too. He got a good jump on the ball, stayed with it.
The hitter is Jim Lindemann. He is 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout today. Fly ball down the right field line. That'll go foul out of play. Chamberlain toweling down. He just got robbed.
Yeah, he's saying to himself, that's a base hit. That should be a base hit.
He's going to get some. 2 hits last night. Home run today. Fouled again out of play. Jim Lindemann has been a real pleasant surprise for the Phillies. He is batting at .409. Couldn't ask much more than what Lindemann has done. Charlton gets him for the second time. That's Norm's 4th strikeout. Dickie Thon, he was a strikeout victim once today, 0 for 2. The other time he grounded to second. Bases empty and 2 out here in the Phillies' 6th inning. Two balls, no strikes on Dickey. He's batting at .251. Walked him on 4 pitches. Phillies have a runner with 2 down. That's only Charlton's second free pass. Lou Piniella has emerged from the dugout. See what Lou has in mind with Charlie Hayes coming up here.
He usually doesn't come out just to... Well, I guess he just wanted to ask him if he was all right.
Well, that was a short sentence. Lou was not there very long.
He wanted to know if his pitcher was still strong, and he found out.
Charlie Hayes today has struck out and grounded out. When he grounded out to second, it was a nice play by Duncan, who ranged way over behind the bag at second. Bouncer to third. It's a foul ball. Foul ball. It landed on the line, but that's back of third. And, of course, the decision is made by the umpire where it goes over the bag.
It's like if it lands on the line in back of the bag, it has to be fair, doesn't it?
That's what I'm thinking. And it did land on the line, I do believe. No, just outside. Just outside.
Just missed it. There's some dust up, but not chalk. I don't know. That dust looked a little white, didn't it?
White dust, huh? Roger Mack. He's got his bandana on. Look at his neck. He's warming up with the bandana.
I don't think they'll let him wear that on the mound.
No. 1 strike on Charlie. Here's a little looper, sinking, base hit. Dickie Thon stopped at second. And the Phillies have a 2-out rally with 2 on.
Didn't hit it all that well, but got enough of it to get it over the infield.
Steve Lake will hit for the Phillies now. Steve, with his father Darryl from Los Angeles in attendance today, selected randomly by the Phillies management as the Father's Day representative among the Phillies players. I know Terry Mulholland's dad is also here. He was planning to come in for the weekend anyway. Lake today has popped up and lined to short. The Phillies remain down here by a run. It's 5-4 Cincinnati. A punch shot over the head of Duncan. Coming around is Spahn. He scores. Charlie Hayes is going to be tagged out as he slipped and fell coming around the base. RBI single for Lake to tie the game. The Phillies get 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 man left on base. After 6, it's 5-5.
What does it take to be a mountain man? Let's see. A mountain man must be fearless, sure-footed, willing to answer the call of the wild. But most of all, a mountain man should be thirsty for a smooth bush beer or an easy drinking bush light. So, head for the mountains and see if you have what it takes to be a real mountain man.
Say goodbye to your answering machine.
So long, farewell. Bye-bye.
Have a nice life.
Now you can do what you used to do with your old machine from the phone in your home.
Goodbye.
No more broken tapes, no more missed messages.
Miss you already.
No more machine.
Toodaloo.
Bell Atlantic Answer Call from Bella, Pennsylvania.
Goodbye.
The answering machine that works right through your phone.
Goodbye.
Go ahead. Say goodbye to your old answering machine, because now you can get your messages right through your phone. Just dial answer call and enter your personal passcode into a touch-tone phone. It's that simple. Answer Call will even take messages when you're already on the phone. No machine can do that. But then again, Answer Call isn't a machine. It works through your phone.
Bell Atlantic Answer Call. Call now to order.
The ALS Autograph and Auction Party here at the ballpark, Monday, August 5th, a 6 p.m. start. You can help the Phillies family strike out against ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, at the 3rd Annual Autograph and Auction Party, and this has really been a good one. Autograph sessions from 6 to 8 will include all the 1991 Phils, plus special guests such as Gary Maddox, Tug McGraw, Gene Garber, Ron Reed, and many others. Mike Schmidt tickets have all been sold out. That's the ALS Autograph and Auction Party here at the ballpark, Monday, August 5th at 6 o'clock. Harry Kellis with us. Harry?
All right, thanks, Rich. And Glenn Braggs will lead it off for Cincinnati. Braggs had the big hit for him, a 3-run homer that tied it at 4 in the 5th inning. Both teams have scored a run since we're tied at 5. 2-0 to Braggs. He's also walked twice. Two balls and no strikes to Braggs. Very high fly ball left field. Chamberlain has a beat on it. Braggs is out, 1 down. That'll bring up Chris Jones. Jones has struck out and twice singled.
Looks like he's going to go 2 for 3 in every ball game he plays in. At least against the Phillies. He's 3 ball games and he's 6 for 9.
Roger McDowell stays up in the Phillies bullpen. Phils will hit for Baber to start the bottom half of this inning.
How can you hit for a guy batting 1,000?
His second career hit.
I guess they don't want him to bat 500.
0-2 to Chris Jones. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Ooh. Baber wanted that pitch, and here you'll see why. Well, borderline.
Check swing foul, still 2-2. Get the feeling that rain is coming this way. Trying to cool things off. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Chris Jones. Hot shot backhanded by Wally Backman. He throws Jones out. Good play by Wally. That's 2 down, and it will bring up Todd Benzinger. Fans derisively getting on that Terry Tata again. Here's Benzinger. He's walked it into a fielder's choice and grounded out. 1-0 to Benzinger. One ball and one strike. Good fastball. 1-2. Beats the ball foul, first base side, past Tony Perez. One ball and two strikes with 2 outs and no base runners here in the 7th. Robin Moxham, a right field ball girl.
Poodle skirt.
Yep.
From the 50s. Bobby Sox.
In the air to right field, Lindemann is there. That'll retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Stretch time at the vet. We go to the bottom half of the 7th. We're tied at 5-5.
Company came to me, and they suggested, strongly, not just suggested, that I seek assistance. I thought it was to fire me. And instead, they gave me an opportunity to save my life.
The straight facts on the 91 Ford Explorer. Fact: Ford Explorer is the best-selling vehicle with the highest owner satisfaction rating in its class. Fact: Explorer offers the ease of 4-wheel touch drive. Fact: the Ford Explorer is also priced less, almost $1,000 less than Jeep Cherokee. Some best-selling facts that add up to savings. The 91 Ford Explorer.
Your Quality Plus Ford dealer lets you bank on the best.
When you can't wait forever on lunch, come to the new all-you-can-eat weekday brunch bar at Bob's Big Boy and dig right in.
I don't know who they are.
Happy Father's Day.
Well, it's time for our Bud Batter's box inning. Harley Morris of Deerwater, New Jersey, is our designated Bud Batter today. Budweiser and Fox 29 will name a designated Bud Batter before the 7th inning of every Phillies telecast on Fox 29. If any Philly player hits a homer during the 7th inning, the designated Bud Batter earns $100 immediately and shares in a $10,000 bonus pool given out at the end of the season. If a Philly gets on base, the designated Bud Batter will win a Budweiser jacket and baseball cap. If you're 21 or older, you can send your name, address, and telephone number to Bud Batter's Box, Post Office Box 13229, St. Louis, Missouri 63157. Hal Morris comes into play first base. He'll bat on the 9 spot, and the new pitcher for Cincinnati is Ted Power. Power coming on for Norm Charlton. So neither starter, Charlton or Combs, will be involved in the decision. We're tied at 5. For Ted Power, the veteran right-hander, this is appearance number 25. He's won 3, lost 1. 3-point ERA. He's pitched just 27 innings, 25 hits, 9 runs, 16 strikeouts, and 13 walks. And John Morris will lead off as a pinch hitter for Baver. Starting to get dark here at the ballpark, and Looks like there might be a rain threat later on. Surprised they haven't turned the lights on here.
They're coming on.
One ball and one strike to Morris. Morris hitting at .255. As a pinch hitter, he's 4 for 19. Tied at 5 here in the bottom of the 7th. On the inside corner, it's 1-2. Jim Fregosi was ejected from this game in the 5th inning. Hal Lanier taking over. Lanier's got some thunder on that bench that he can use. Key spots. Oh, the barrel of the bat goes clear into the stands. Power does not get Morris. Talk about getting sawed off. But Morris legs it out for an infield single. Hope that didn't hit anybody. There's the barrel of the bat. Went all the way into the stands. Ooh.
Looks like a spear going in there. Helicoptered it in there. Yeah, he really got jammed.
Wow.
Power might have been a little confused by that bat flying. Just didn't quite get the ball off the end of his glove and then dropped it. And that cost him the play at first when he dropped it.
And he hurt himself as he was twisting his body to try to catch the ball. Larry Starr, the trainer, is out there along with Lou Piniella.
See, here he is trying to get back to the ball from his follow-through. He'd have still had him if he'd have picked it up. But he didn't get it picked up in time.
It's pause for station identification on the Phillies television network.
WTXF, Fox 29 in Philadelphia.
We'll bring up Sil Campusano. He is twice grounded out and fly to right. Campu might be bunting here. Sabo thinks so. He's around the button. He takes it inside. 1-0. One ball and no strikes to Campusano. 71st birthday wishes today to Eleanor Marker, Wildwood Villas. Gets the bunt down. Morris tags the runner in the base path. John Morris moves to second base. Sacrifice good by Campusano. It goes Hal Morris unassisted. And it will bring up Wally Backman. Wally's fly to left. He has doubled and walked. 5-5 ball game, bottom of the 7th. Backman lifetime off Ted Power is a .333 hitter. Hits it on the right side to Mariano Duncan. Backman retired. Morris moves up to third, where with 2 outs, it'll bring up Ricky Jordan. Jordan's 2 out of 3 is singled twice and lined into a double play. Phillies 5 runs, 9 hits. The Reds 5 runs, 6 hits. Minnesota trying to extend their 14-game winning streak. Will have to do it in extra innings. They're in the 10th at Cleveland, tied with the Indians. Line drive, center field, base hit. Morris scores. Phillies lead 6-5 on the RBI single by Ricky Jordan. Jordan's 3rd hit of the afternoon, his 2nd RBI of the game.
Yeah, he could be 4 for 4 because he blistered the ball today. He hit a little slider here, I believe. Something off speed that was down. Not too bad a pitch. Hit it off the end of the bat. Ricky was benched yesterday in favor of Camposano and Chamberlain. He's come back with a vengeance today.
Here's Wes Chamberlain. He's flied out, hit a 2-run home run, and lined out to right. 1-0 to Chamberlain. Randy Myers starting to throw in Cincinnati's bullpen. 1-1 to Wes Chamberlain.
Wes talking to himself after chasing that bad pitch. pounding himself on the helmet. How could you swing at that, he's saying.
Breaking ball, off-speed pitch, fooled him. 1-2.
Swung at another one, not quite as bad as the first one.
Fooled him with another breaking ball, and that will retire the side. Phillies, though, take the lead with a run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the 8th inning. It's the Phils 6, Cincinnati 5.
I'm about to ask a real video brief which will score more points. Eagle's new nacho cheese tortilla chips or the other leading brand. Jack? You're not paying attention to me, Jack. Now you have to try the other leading brand. Jack, I know you like Eagles better, but you have to try them both, you geek. Will you pay attention to me? Don't let this happen to you. New Eagle nacho cheese. You're gonna love them.
Hey, what happened to your gray hair? You noticed, huh? Well, I did on it too, but I worried about it looking phony. Does mine look phony? It looks natural. How'd you do it? Clairol Option. Clairol Option? Clairol Option for men. Clairol knows natural-looking color, and there's no pouring and mixing. My hair even feels thicker. So how long is it going to take me to look like your twin again? Just 5 minutes. That easy.
Clairol Option for men.
You were right. You know something? If you're going to do it right.
It's one of the most technologically advanced, most rigorously tested fluids on Earth, relentlessly measured for maximum protection against the friction, the wear and tear, the heat and stress of today's engines. It is today's Quaker State. In Europe, in Japan, in America, Quaker State quality has passed the most demanding tests automakers can throw at it. At Quaker State, we don't just say we're tough, we're tested tough. The big Q is one tough motor oil.
Mickey Morandini will come into play second base. He'll bat in the number 9 spot. Roger McDowell is the new pitcher. He will bat in the number 2 spot. McDowell is appearing in his 29th game. He's won 3, lost 2, saved 3. His ERA is 1.81. 44 2/3 innings he's worked, given up 40 hits, 9 earned runs, has struck out 22 while walking 23. And Herm Winningham will come out as a pinch hitter. to bat for Joe Oliver to lead off for Cincinnati here in the 8th. Well, there's a special edition of the promotion lineup, the second fireworks show Friday, July 5th, following the Phillies-Mets game. A gigantic show with extraordinary aerial displays put to music. Compliments of Core States and Star 104.5. 2 fireworks shows this year on July 3rd and July 5th against the Mets. For tickets, call 463-1000. Winningham batting for Oliver. One and nothing. Winningham hitting at .242 as a pinch hitter. He's been a good one, 6 for 12. Lifetime against McDowell, 3 for 7. Drag bunt, that's a beauty. No chance for McDowell. Drag bunt, base hit, Herm Winningham. Nothing anybody could do about that. It was perfectly placed by Winningham.
Now, McDowell was falling off the mound, and he just coming back. He was going to try to scoop it here. And he didn't get the ball. It was the only chance he had, and then he might not have had him.
I'll bring up Hal Morris. Morris batting for the first time, came in the double switch along with Ted Power.
Number 23, first baseman Hal Morris.
Cincinnati has a great bench. They just keep bringing players off there that have Paul O'Neill sitting on the bench today, too.
Yeah. Morris is hitting at .286. This is his 5th pinch hitting appearance. He's 2 for 4 as a pinch hitter. Well, he's not pinch hitting here. He was in the game. 1 ball and no strikes to Morris.
And Eric Davis on the bench. I don't think he can get in the game, though. He's not on the DL.
One ball and no strikes. 1-1. McDowell will try to get a ground ball here. Phillies tryout camps this week, Wednesday at the University of Delaware, 11 a.m. And next Saturday at Salisbury, Maryland, Salisbury State College. Also at 11 a.m. 2 of them coming up next week. Runner breaking, base hit, left field. Holding at second base will be Winningham. And the Reds have their first 2 men on base and nobody out here in the 8th. I'll bring on Billy Hatcher.
They were either playing hit and run or hit or run and hit, whatever. He sliced that ball right in that hole between third and short. No, that'd have been a base hit regardless. I'm sure Billy Hatcher will try to bunt.
Billy Hatcher is nothing out of 4. Tryout camps for young men 15 and over. Marge McDonald and Jack Pastore running the tryout camps for the Phils. University of Delaware, Wednesday, 11 a.m. He's around a bunt and takes it wide. I guess he called it a strike.
Yeah, it was a strike outside corner. McDowell's the one Phillies player who really looks strange in those uniforms. He wears his trousers usually right down there around his ankles. See a little red showing there today.
He bunts the ball. Jordan lobs to first. Good bunt by Hatcher. Moves the runners up to second and third. For out number 1. Cincinnati will bring up another pinch hitter.
Billy Doran.
Bill Doran. Doran hitting .312, batting .333 left-handed. Lifetime, he's been a good hitter against McDowell, 5 for 13, including a homer. So the Red runners are at second and third with one out. Phil's leading by a run, 6-5 here in the 8th. Phillies will keep the infield back. One and nothing.
Pellineer running the team right now. Jim Fregosi tossed out in the 5th inning.
Two balls and no strikes. Barry Larkin due up next. Wild pitch. Winningham scores. Going to third, Morris. The game tied at 6. And it's 3-0 to Bill Doran.
And the infield now will come in tight. That sinker ball in the dirt is a hard pitch to handle.
Walks Doran on 4 pitches. Reds runners first and third, one out for Barry Larkin. Larkin has struck out, walked, singled, and homered. Shortstop. 6-6 here in the 8th. Phil's a play the infield, a double play depth.
You hate to give up those tying runs without the hitter getting his bat on the ball, but that's what happened.
A little bit high, 1-0. Sent along our best to David Betts, recuperating in the Jefferson Hospital. Great Phillies fan. Hope David's feeling better real soon. Cincinnati runners first and third, one out. Larkin not happy with that call. It's 1-1.
Strike one!
1 ball and 1 strike to Barry Larkin. Nice grab. McDowell should be a double play. It is. Good play by Roger McDowell. 1-6-3 on the double play. The Reds tie it on a wild pitch. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. They leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 6-6 game.
$100 says your bank can't beat CoreFlex, the new account from Core State's First Pennsylvania Bank. CoreFlex with no fee checking, free checks, no annual fee credit card, no fee Mac transactions, and take the CoreFlex Challenge, and you'll get over $100 in coupons good for food, fun, even travel. Because we're sure your bank can't beat all the benefits of our CoreFlex account from Core State's First Pennsylvania Bank.
Understood the value of seeing people as individuals with their own lives and families and hopes and dreams. It makes sense to view each Chase Manhattan customer as unique and come up with ways to accommodate their individual needs. Since each has his own schedule, it's only logical to be there 24 hours a day. Since people use credit cards differently, They should have a say in setting their own credit limits. And as for our corporate customers, it's smart to recognize that their businesses are as individual as they are. I mean, if we've learned anything in nearly 200 years, it's that respecting people as individuals leads to a more profitable experience for everyone. Chase. Profit from the experience.
Phillies baseball is brought to you in part by Core State's First Pennsylvania Bank. We believe in the power of relationships. And by Dodge. Rediscover American values at your local Dodge dealer, where it's advantage Dodge. Jim Lindemann leads it off, 1 strike to him. We're in the bottom of the 8th. We're tied at 6. Weather is beginning to threaten a bit. And some lightning off in the distance. Little thunder. And a tie game at 6 here on Nostalgia Day. Breaking ball misses. 1-1. $41,905 the paid attendance here today on Nostalgia Day. 2-1. Jeff Reed is now catching for Cincinnati. He'll bat in the 8th spot. Coming on for Joe Oliver, who was lifted for a pinch hitter. Bill Doran staying in the game at second base for the Reds. Winds are really starting to kick up here, too. Base hit. Center field. Lindemann leads it off with a single. His second hit of the game. It'll bring up Dick Ethan, who probably will be bunting.
And a good ball game on this Nostalgia Day. Both teams in their 1957 uniforms.
The wild thing is loosening up in the Phillies bullpen. Mitch Williams. Randy Myers throwing in Cincy's bullpen. It foul. 1 strike to Thon.
Phillies could take the bunt off, go to hit and run. Reds could pitch out. A lot of things can happen here.
A lot of papers being blown on that field here right now. Bunt is still on. It's a ball, 1-1.
He had the bat out there. He really didn't bunt at it, but he really didn't pull the bat back either. But they call it a ball.
Reds dugout.
See, he has the bat there. Well, yeah, he moved it. Yeah, he moved it back.
1 ball and 1 strike. Go to the hit and run, and Thon fouls it out of play. Lindemann taking off on the pitch, and it's now 1-2.
Had Larkin covering, the shortstop covering on that play. If he was trying to poke it to the right side.
One ball and 2 strikes. Struck him out. It's a second strikeout for Power. Charlie Hayes is going to be taken out now. We'll have a pinch hitter for Hayes. Ron Jones. Jonesy coming out to pinch hit for Charlie Hayes.
I think Piniella will go to his left-hander. Randy Meyer.
Well, he might. He might here. I don't think Hal Lanier would switch if he did, because Jones stays in on left-hand pitchers very well. Johnson's being called up as 1 for 3. Has singled as a pinch hitter, knocked in a pair. Also has struck out twice.
Piniella has showed some patience with his pitchers in this game. In fact, I think last weekend when the Phillies were in Cincinnati, he was showing a lot of patience then with his pitchers.
Jim Lindeman at first base with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th.
Everybody hit!
6-6, bottom of the 8th. 1-0 to Jones.
Jones has been pinch hitting against Rob Dibble every time he's gone up there, and power throws pretty well, but he has to look like a soft tosser after watching Dibble throw.
Really? He's high with it. It's 2-0.
Jones ought to get a pitch here to hit.
Two balls and no strikes to Ron Jones. Called strike, 2-1.
Tough pitch. Borderline inside corner and down.
Jim Lindeman, the runner at first with 1 out, bottom half of the 8th of a 6-6 game. Fouls it back up and out of play. Two balls and 2 strikes. Another foul ball up over our heads and out of play. Still 2-2 to Jones. Bottom half of the 8th inning, we're tied at 6. Phil's about hit the Reds 11-8. Struck him out. 3rd strikeout for Power. 2 down here in the 8th. And Dale Murphy will come out and pinch hit for Steve Lake.
Chased a high fastball. Did Ron Jones.
Well, those Minnesota Twins have won their 15th in a row, beating Cleveland 4-2 in 10 innings. Chili Davis knocking in the go-ahead run with a sacrifice fly. Minnesota's winning streak, the longest in the majors, since Kansas City won 16 straight in 77.
Thunder and lightning here.
That must mean Roy Hobbs is coming to the plate, Whitey.
The natural. I'll tell you. Murphy's a natural.
See if there's a bolt of lightning on that bat he's using.
What did they call that bat? Wonder Boy, was it?
Can't remember. Murph hitting .255. He's 1 for 5 as a pinch hitter. Tied at 6. One and nothing to Murphy. Murphy's been a good lifetime hitter against power, .378 lifetime, including a home run. He wanted to hit a home run. 1-1. Twins have won 15 in a row. Earlier this year, Texas won 14 in a row. Just foul. 1-2. And you look at the standings in American League West, and who's on top?
It's be Minnesota.
Oakland.
Still?
Well, they came in with a half-game lead. They're losing today. If they lose today, then Minnesota would be, but Oakland came into play a half game ahead. One and two. 2-2.
Team in that division that hasn't made a run at it are the Chicago White Sox. And they're trying to play around 500 ball and hang in there.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Full count. Do you send the runner if you are Hal Lanier?
With 2 outs, you do.
Oh. Forgot there were 2 outs.
You better.
Yeah. Forgot the outs.
First time in all your years of broadcasting.
No.
Forgot the outs.
No. 3-2 pitch, swing, and a towering foul, left field side. It'll go out of play. They'll try it again. 3-2 to Murphy. With Lindemann at first and 2 outs here in the 8th of a 6-6 ball game.
I forgot the outs as a player playing against Cincinnati one day in Cincinnati, when I thought there was 1 out. There were 2. I caught a fly ball in short center field with a runner on third. Fired the ball home and hit the umpire dusting off the plate.
You endeared yourself to that. Who was the umpire?
Guy by the name of Vinnie Smith.
Slammed in the gap. It is cut off by Hatcher, but Bo is waving. Now he's holding him. Hatcher did a good job of cutting that ball off. The Cincinnati outfield was playing deep. Bo first waved him and then held him, and wisely so, because Hatcher got it back in quickly, and Lindemann never would have made it.
Good swing by Murphy. Hatcher was playing very, very deep. That allowed him to get over there and cut the ball off, and it took a nice high bounce for him also. Had it stayed a little lower, he might not have been able to cut it off. You see Lindemann slam on the brakes.
It will bring up Mickey Morandini. Now Lou Piniella is probably going to go to his left-hander, Myers. Morandini would have to stay in the game, of course, with Wally Backman out of this game, and Randy Reddy shelved on the disabled list. Charlie Hayes also out of the game, so Rod Booker will have to come in and play third. So he'll go to the left-hand pitcher, Randy Myers. Pitching change for the Reds. We're in the bottom half of the 8th inning. We're tied at 6-6 back after these messages.
Journey back to the old country and the thrill of Europe only closer sweepstakes from your local Coca-Cola bottler. You could win a trip for 4 to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg via U.S. Air. Enter at displays at participating Pathmark supermarkets. Tune into Fox 29 and listen to WMGK, Magic 103 FM for details. Then brighten up your summer in the old country at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg.
People have been calling the weekday brunch bar Bob's fast food. Well, just because it's a quick lunch, don't make it fast food. Scoot over, will you? For one thing, you eat fast food with plastic, not this. And check this out. Excuse me, you using this? Real fast food comes in a box. Any clown knows that. And I ask you, does this look like fast food to you?
The new all-you-can-eat weekday brunch bar at Bob's Big Boy. An assortment of fresh breakfast and lunch items ready when you walk in.
You're enjoying this. It couldn't be fast food.
Window Wizards is a lot more than window and door stores. We're proud to be official Anderson Window Centers. Our people are specially trained experts. Our extensive on-location displays are the best way to choose the right windows and doors. And we stock the complete line for fast delivery. All this, and Window Wizard still beats any advertised price. So shop the Window Wizard near you.
Philadelphia, Bristol, Warminster, Upper Darby, Malvern, and Quakertown, PA. Williamstown, Toms River, and Pleasantville, New Jersey.
Glenn Braggs has moved from right to left field. Moving from left field to center field is Chris Jones. Paul O'Neill now playing right field. O'Neill will hit in the 7 spot, and the new pitcher, Randy Myers, will hit in the 1 spot. So a lot of moves have been made in this game. Tied at 6-6 here in the bottom of the 8th. Philly runners at first and third, and 2 outs. Phillies have out-hit the Reds 12-8, but we're tied at 6-6, and Randy Myers, appearing in his 28th game, he's won 2, lost 4, saved 5. His ERA is 2.97. Worked 33 in the 3rd innings, given up 32 hits, 11 earned runs, 34 strikeouts, and 21 walks. Mickey Morandini batting for the first time. He came in defensively for the Phils. Morandini hitting at 265. Jim Lindeman at third, Dale Murphy at first. 2 outs. One and nothing. Fouls it out of play, 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Morandini. Popped him up. That'll be the inning. Barry Larkin waits, squeezes it, and the Phillies are retired in the 8th. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the 9th inning. We're tied at 6-6.
How to live like a mountain man. A true mountain man lives a solitary life, living for nothing more than an honest day's work and the rugged companionship of his fellow mountain men. It's a full-time job, but it does have its rewards, like smooth bush beer and easy drinking bush light. So, head for the mountains. Because once a mountain man has his mountains, what more could he possibly want?
Only the genuine New Jersey Bell Yellow Pages gives you the most ads and the most choices. It's the most valuable player on your team. The genuine New Jersey Bell Yellow Pages. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company.
Mercedes, BMW, Lexus. Expensive cars with a life-saving luxury, an airbag. Fortunately, there's also the Isuzu Stylus, the only import under $10,000 with a driver's side airbag standard. So you too can enjoy a lower cost of living. The Isuzu Stylus, there's no comparison.
Now the Stylus could also save you money, up to $2,000 during Isuzu's big deal.
Well, coming up Sunday, July 7th here at Veterans Stadium when the Phillies take on the Mets. Special treat for all youngsters 14 and under, a Phillies red baseball card book with sleeves for keeping cards, plus several Phillies baseball cards, compliments of Donruss. It's the Phils and the Mets, Sunday, July 7th at 1:35. For tickets, call 463-1000 or stop by the Center City ticket location of First Pennsylvania Bank, Center Square. Rod Booker now playing third base. Darren Fletcher now catching as we move to the ninth. 1-0 to count to Sabo. Sabo is nothing out of 3 with a walk. 6-6 tie, 9th inning. Pops a foul, back up, and out of play. One ball and one strike. McDowell misses. It's 2-1. Sabo will be followed by Glenn Braggs and then Chris Jones. Popped him up. Dickie Thon calls. Sabo's out, 1 down. That'll bring up Braggs. Braggs is 1 for 2. It was a big one, a 3-run homer. Also walked twice. Braggs has just 19 hits. He hasn't played all that much. 6 of them for home runs. Phils have used a lot of players, still have the Crucker available for pinch hit duty. Al Lanier running the club. Jim Fregosi ejected in the 5th by Terry Tata. One strike to Braggs. Braggs moved from right to left field. Off the end of his bat, foul down the right field side. It'll go out of play. It's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Glenn Braggs. 2-2. Chop to shortstop. Dickie Thon juggles.
In there.
Error on Thon, and Braggs is at first with one out for Chris Jones.
I think he got to the ball. You know, he wanted to catch it. Didn't want to let it take that big bounce, and he got there and didn't glove it. Played it right, just didn't make the play.
Jones has struck out, twice singled, and grounded sharply to second baseman Mickey Morandini. He's moved to center field from left. Runner breaking. It's chopped in the vacated hole of Morandini, and the Reds will have runners at first and third, and Morandini committed way too quickly to second base. He got a hold there a little bit and then take a few steps in and move to the bag, which he did not. And that's a bouncing ball, hit and run single for Jones.
Yeah, it really wasn't hit that hard, so he would have had time had he held. He would have made that play easily had he held, but he didn't hold. A more experienced second baseman would play it that way.
So the Reds have runners at first and third, one out for Paul O'Neill, who's batting for the first time. O'Neill coming in late in the game is hitting at .260. 13 homers, 42 RBIs. One strike to O'Neill.
That's when you're managing. When you're a little lucky in your managing. They got O'Neill in the game, and they got him. He's the one they wanted up there in this spot.
Missed inside, 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Two and 1. Red runners first and third here in the 9th inning. One out. Tie score at 6. McDowell and jam, not through his own making, an error, and then a bouncing ball to the vacated area. Morandini covering second on a hit and run. And the Reds have runners first and third and one out. Three and 1. Jeff Reed due up next. Jones runner at first base. At third base is Braggs with one out. Runner breaking, it's pop foul out of play. Full count to O'Neill. Jones moving on the pitch. trying to stay out of a ground ball double play.
Yeah, nobody covered second base on the play, so they're just holding. I'm not worried about the runner at first nearly as much as they are about the one on third.
Full count to O'Neill.
Pitch he's been trying to make on O'Neill is his sinker ball inside that'll tail back over the plate. He got one call and didn't get a couple more, but O'Neill likes that ball out over the plate.
Phillies will bring the infield in, and the Jones will be running on this 3-2 pitch. 3-2, inside, ball 4, walked in. That'll load the bases. So the bases are loaded with Reds with one out for Jeff Reed, batting for the first time. Reed hitting .292. And the Phillies will drop back in a double played up. Reed lifetime off McDowell, 1 out of 3, bases loaded, 1 out. And a strike.
Reed thought it was inside. It probably was. Might even been a little low. That's the pitch he's been trying to make. Tried it on O'Neill. See, this is the one that it comes back a little. Not a very good pitch.
One strike to Reed. Bases loaded with Reds with 1 out here in the 9th inning. Tie score at 6. One ball and 1 strike to Reed.
That was a better pitch than the other one.
Yeah, Reed complaining on that first one, so he takes that one away from McDowell.
A much better pitch than the other one. That has a little tail to it.
Now somebody else has been ejected, and I believe it is Hal Lanier. Hal Lanier is all over Hahn, and he is going to make his point before he leaves this ball game.
Making a point, it's not going to do him much good. Phillies are into their 3rd bench manager now. I don't think Terry Tate ought to go down there and try to break it up. But he did.
Hal Lanier leaves. He'll turn it over to Dennis Menke. Two balls and a strike. Now, if Menk doesn't stay, I guess Vuk will be next.
Or Boa.
2-1. Squeeze is on. a foul ball. Or had time been called? I think it's a foul ball.
Yeah, it's foul ball.
Myers, he'll get as long as he deems necessary to warm up. Carmen has pitched 21 2/3 innings, 24 hits, 13 earned runs, 10 strikeouts, and 11 walks. John Kruk, who was given the day off, pinch hitting, with 1 out and no base runners in the 9th inning. Kruk hitting .290. He's only pinch hit 1 this year without a hit. Ricky Jordan due up next. Reds lead 8-6, bottom half of the 9th inning. Now Kruk coming on to hit with 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th.
Look at those stirrups on those socks.
1-0.
That's the way they used to wear them.
One and one. Breaking ball misses. 2-1. Carmen fell off the mound, got blown off. Lou Piniella keeps Kip Gross up. Phillies have a lot of right-hand hitters coming up. Kruk didn't like that call by Bill Hahn. 2-2. Ground ball shortstop. Larkin bounces it. Kruk's retired. That's 2 down. It's up to Ricky Jordan to keep the game alive.
This fella does what he has to do to make the play. He knew he could bounce it over there on the turf. Do a strike.
Ricky Jordan's had a good day. He's 3 out of 4 with 2 runs batted in. Right there for a strike. Foul back, 0-2. Ground ball to Larkin. That should be the ball game, and is. The Reds have swept the series as the Phillies go down in order in the ninth. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. Final score, 8-6 Cincinnati. Back with the totals and a recap in just a moment.
Let's go! Down in front, up for the wave. You're the greatest, you're a home run babe. Pour it on, keep the drive alive. Give me a bun and a big high five. Yeah, nothing beats our best Budweiser. Nothing beats a bud. So let's go stand cheer with the king of beer.
Ice cold Budweiser.
Nothing beats a bud.
I think the key to being a role player is understanding that you can make a big difference as a role player, to keep believing in yourself and to contribute even when you're not playing. That's how I feel anyway. I'm going to act like a professional, whether I'm starting or not.
All children 14 and under will receive a good-looking Phillies caricature T-shirt featuring the ever-popular Philly fanatic. Compliments of Friars when the Phillies play the Astros Sunday, June 23rd at 1:35. Call 463-1000 for information.
Our air conditioning? Not a day of trouble ever. Must be a good one.
Must be a Linux.
Must be.
Get $400 cash back or $800 in savings bonds on selected heating and cooling systems.
Nobody gives you more for your money than Atmos Temp and Lennox. Quality and value. That's the Atmos Temp advantage.
For the finest in Lennox products and service,
O'Brien is the name to remember.
Call my friends at O'Brien today.
Attaboy, Dave.
The bigger-than-ever four-door Chevy S10 Blazer. Now America's best-loved sport utility vehicle gives you 4 doors and standard 4-wheel anti-lock brakes. The bigger-than-ever, better-than-ever 1991 four-door S10 Blazer. Open one up and see why more people are winning with.
Heartbeat of America.
Now it's easy to win with a heartbeat.
The only company in the Air Express business with 2 next-day delivery options is Federal Express. 10:30 a.m. if your package has to arrive early, or if it can get there just a little later in the day. We've got a brand new afternoon service that will deliver almost anything up to 150 pounds by 3 o'clock. At a price that's tough to beat. Same great service, now twice a day. Federal Express, absolutely, positively the best in the business. Twice a day.
Cincinnati getting 2 ninth-inning unearned runs, winning over the Phils 8-6. For the winning Reds, 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left a dozen. For the Phils, 6 runs, 12 hits, 1 error with 6 left. Randy Myers will get the win. He's 3-4. Roger McDowell the loss, 3-3. Don Carmen his first save. Wes Chamberlain hit a 2-run home run for the Phils. Glenn Braggs and Barry Larkin home runs for Cincinnati as the Reds sweep this series. The end of the season, the Phillies pitcher who's recorded the most innings in complete games will win the AT&T Long Distance Pitcher Award. Points are accumulated by the number of innings pitched, with a complete game receiving a bonus of 10 points. Let's check those AT&T long-distance pitcher standings after Game 62. Terry Mulholland, the leader, with 94 points. Tommy Green has 91. Pat Combs, 74. Jason Grimsley, 61. And fifth, Jose De Jesus and Joe Baber, each with 52. So Terry Mulholland is the leader for the AT&T Long Distance Award after Game 62. Our next telecast here on the Phillies Television Network will be Tuesday night from Veterans Stadium. We'll be on the air at 7:30 when the Phillies take on the Atlanta Braves. Going for the Phils, Jose De Jesus, Pete Smith for Atlanta. Check your local listings for the games carried in your area. Once again, the final from Veterans Stadium on Nostalgia Day. Cincinnati winning by a score of 8-6. For Rich Ashburn and Andy Musser, Harry Callis saying good night, everyone. This is the Phillies Television Network. Today's game was brought to you by Busch Beer. Head for the mountains of Busch. By the Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. No other book can match it. Bell of Pennsylvania, a Bell Atlantic company. By Ford. Bank on your Quality Plus Ford dealer for great savings during Leadership Month. By Mobil. Drive your engine clean with Mobil Super Unleaded Plus. And by Dodge. Rediscover American values at your local Dodge dealer, where it's advantage. Dodge.
I'm shopping for a new car. I'm down to two choices, a Honda Accord and the 91 Ford Taurus. Right away, I could see the difference. Taurus has all the right curves, V6 power and anti-lock brakes, and some great-looking incentives that look great in the bank. There is one Ford Taurus difference you can't see, a driver's side airbag standard. Now that's peace of mind you can bank on.
Your Quality Plus Ford dealer lets you bank on the best.